altering between 20% slower and 50% faster for the duration. It's very. This used to be how it did it all the time.
Yes.
For a very brief time in the patch. Like, I don't think that was really long, if I recall correctly. It got changed back pretty fast.
It feels like the original Brewmaster in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, weird. Okay.
Also, we do get the, since the CKs carry the mid-tiny, you've got a couple heroes to focus this game. So with potential phylactery blink build up here on the tiny that you get to see on your mid-tiny more often compared to your carry build up. And the Night Stalker.
Yeah, both phylactery.
The same thing.
Yeah.
You got some heroes to focus down. Try to quickly delete the Winter Wyvern if you can spot him. Or same thing with the Willow. But Yuma leading the charge straight to Bignum's Dark Willow. And could be a first blood here. With that Shadow Realm running out, it's just seconds counted away from Bignum's life. And Yuma, CK for the first blood.
Doesn't instantly queue up Midas. Not a CK player, clearly. Gets a full bracer sent out there. And then easy treads Armlet. Such as live. Armlet got nerfed, right? It's kind of random, yeah.
The slow resistance.
No slow resistance. Okay. That would have been nice this game, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Versus
it would actually insane. It's so much slow.
Yeah, and especially like so many things linked into that. But then again, like the CK, I'm more of an old school CK player. I prefer the Echo Heart Blink build above all these 2k HP CKs with like Orchids and potentially Armlets and trying to blow people up. I've always been a heart enjoyer on this hero. It's slightly different to the meta, but there are games where it feels like, yeah, we can't deal with this CK anymore. Like, he's just too tanky. And he still crits very mean amounts of damage.
Sure does. Well, despite that buff as well to the friend, Lela's still going for the Calling. So if someone dies inside the Calling, it's going to refresh its duration, create another Revenant, and expand the Radiance by 100. So that's going to be very impactful versus that Lifestealer, like you were mentioning before. Very good spell versus the hero, and maybe you happen to get a kill inside of it, and suddenly it's even harder for him to get out. Could really chain together a couple of kills, but say not the best facet, I gotta say.
Starting off with a pretty calm start for now, minus that first blood initiation or engagement. Just gonna have to wait a bit until we see some openings happening. We've got Lelis with the Muerta, and of course in the bottom lane, Fade trying to keep that pressure up with the Night Rain facet, where you really gotta try to make the most happen in the early 5 minutes. Then chill for a bit and open up your Dark Ascension as soon as you have the opportunity for it. Get to that fast Phylactery, and like you said, Phylactery Blink. Got a couple of those heroes on this server.
Yeah, definitely going to be the ones who are dictating things in this one. DK and Tiny, a true mid laner game here.
You talked about Midas on the CK after that first blood. You know, I thought about a hero for Wish and an item build he could have potentially gone for. I don't think I'm crazy here, but Midas Tinker.
I do think you're crazy.
It can work.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
I mean, the cooldown reduction and all on the hero.
Was it worth it, though?
Oh, you get your... I mean, the farming speed with just the March is kind of... Well, it's kind of meh in a way. With the cooldown reduction on the Midas, you kind of... I think it pays back even better, or even faster. Just regular farm. Might be wrong here.
Well, I mean, you're a good company. I see ZingQ tried it 3 days ago, so there you go. You must be right then.
I'm onto something. I'm not going to prove myself completely right, but I love reaching out. That's my thing. That's my jam.
Nothing too risky in these lanes. Everyone just happy to hit some creeps right now after our initial first blood before the horn.
And even Gunnar on the Brew, who was a bit worried, I was worried about the most, is the Sand Kings and the Brewmasters in the early minutes in the laning stage. Just do they fall behind like really badly, or can they keep up? And Gunnar's off to a good start so far.
do get a lot of damage here on the fly. Let's go for a turnaround Gale.
Gale on 2.
They don't have enough, though, to keep this up. Like this, you're just losing out on these trades, it looks like.
Bunch of mana being burnt on the Night Stalker, too, with those Void hits. Also, right-clicks for 82. Something the Veno doesn't really want to face.
And trading him is just bad because he has this innate, right? The 40% health regen at nighttime. So it just always feels bad.
Yeah, it's kind of like playing against the Bloodseeker, right? You either go full commit or you don't do it at all. Meanwhile, Speed rotated to the bottom lane. They're going to find Fly. Get the Apex Genesis team on the board as well with their first kill. Good move there for the Wyvern.
When you pick these Lifestealers and Juggernauts, I think it's so important as a support to make moves like this. It's like, you have the possibility for this kind of stuff, right? Because you have such a sustainable carry, so you need to actually take advantage of that.
Yeah. You absolutely have to. And it is really nice to see that the supports are actually doing it. It's like, why aren't you moving out? You start to feel like, hey, they're missing on something here. They're definitely utilizing their moves here. And, you know, Speed as well, who's super familiar with playing in the offlane too. He knows all the ins and outs of it too.
Wyvern's just such a good hero for it now too, like even better than before. Again, because the Splinter Blast under the tower, it just makes it a lot easier to dive. You have Arctic Burn to come directly out of the Twin Gate to attack your enemies. It's,
yeah.
I think we'll see this hero more and more.
Bit of a missed dead shot there. Lettuce. Don't mind too much about it though. Nobody really in the threat of danger right now. Wish and Copy also tying up in CS in the mid lane. So we're just waiting for our 6s to show up. Either hero leaves this lane is going to start pummeling that tower. But I do want to see both of these mid laners actually rotate at the same time, if that were to happen. Oh, Tiny misses the toss there. Tosses a creep instead of Wish. Bit of movement here, though.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Bunch of people showing up for that 6-minute rune. It is going to go in the bottom half. So Bignum's just going to slap it on him.
Copy just dancing. Even he gets out of the brambles and he has to make his way back through them again after to get a last hit. So give him some credit there for the fancy footwork.
Yeah, probably played a couple of bullet hell games in his life.
Yep.
I can't stand those. I would just rage quit right away.
Sometimes that's what it feels like. Versus a couple Dota heroes. I mean, he's still just sitting here, if you want to talk about raging, because like this is just obnoxious as all hell. Hits him with the brambles.
Wish and Bignum applying pressure on the tower, which is going to drop very soon. Tiny doesn't get to do the same thing as DK can at level 6. You'll need a bit of time. Get some extra points on this tree grab too. Maybe even all the way up to the shard until he starts to be a threat for all these objectives. Yeah, the Corrosive Dragon against the hero that only just hit level 6 to get that plus 10 armor really soaks up all the right-click damage from a DK. And they kind of counteract each other's, right? Because you have the Craggy Exterior, which reduces damage dealt to the Tiny with like multiple stacks, but at the same time, DK has also taken away your armor.
Yeah. They're just looking at each other, throwing spells, hitting each other, not really expecting any kills.
Staring contest.
Pretty much. And Bignum just constantly being a nuisance, but
yeah, they're diving bottom.
Both sides. Yeah, they're taking advantage of the support being gone.
See if they can get Fade out of this one. They got the dead shot to connect onto Fade, but Yuma also needs a bit of backup here. He's low on HP. The deny from Bignum. As the Venomancer ticks are still on him, can prevent them from getting a kill. CK drops super low too, farming under the tower. There goes Willow's Courier. Good night. A Sentry, Blood Grenade, and a Smoke gone. And here comes the backup. Wish with a haste rune. Speed also making his way as fast as possible. And if they can get Yuma here, that's the one that they want. Wish charging forward. Yeah, he's got no stun. Looks like he's going to have to pass out on this kill, but he'll take everything else. He'll take Fly. Speed will get this one. Lela still being ticked down by the DK. That's a bunch of spirits walking in that calling. Yuma losing vision. Can't reality rift. He'll have to pass out on this kill. So Copy also TP's just as backup, but not as a threat, because he's out of mana. So we did get to see both of our mid laners rotate it almost at the same time to the same lane.
All right, I just had to double check, but an ally dying doesn't refresh it, right? Because it didn't look like it did, but just don't triple check in there. Because it is ambiguous the way it's described. I never realized that before. My assumption was always it's enemies, but technically, like, his ally hero was killed during the calling inside of it. But yeah, it looks like it was not refreshed. So there you go.
There we go. And Gunnar making his move as well with the primal split. They're going to go straight for Fade. Also the slow one speed by Fly on the side of the fight. They're going to ignore the Night Stalker for now, but they will take down speed. There's the Remnant pull, the Astral pull coming out there as well. But Wish does have a point in his stun. He's going to get stunned back by Yuma. Fly will drop to Wish, though. Overwhelming amounts of damage and Fade. They're all Cinder Brood up, but with the Dark Ascension, there's not a lot of places for Gunnar to run. He's got no TP either, so his fate is pretty much sealed. Nobody to help him out here.
Yeah, it's really just a matter of time. He can try and walk his way to the Roach Pit, maybe, but the Brambles, the Stuns, it's all there.
Wish will get this one. 200 gold from his Blink.
That's a 2K lead here at 10 minutes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, his Blink's going to open things up. Fade is almost in the factory as well. This tower, probably not going to last much longer. They're going to have to commit quite a bit of resources on the side of Nouns to defend this. Like the next DK ulti, they could just push it. Wish is just already coming down here. Yeah, they just want to eliminate this right now.
How many towers they can pressure down? Of course, Radiance on Radiance, as expected, with the Brew versus the Lifestealer. That's going to take some time. Of course, we are going the Armlet Orchid route on Yuma. I might be mildly disappointed, but it's the meta. I can't go up against that.
It's pretty good versus Lifestealer, too. Puts pressure on certain item choices, makes him buy a Manta, and then might just ruin his game if you just happen to get the right combination off.
Yeah, you need some kind of a defensive item this game on the Lifestealer if that Orchid does show up. But a very cautious game at the same time. Wish has actually lined up, since he finished his Blink, a BKB into an AC. So they really want to start to ramp up that pressure early on side of Apex Genesis.
That's a sick item choice, honestly.
Yeah.
Versus the CK with a Night Stalker and a Lifestealer on your team. Like, Night Stalker, all attack speed just goes crazy on this hero. Because he gets this big flat damage bonus on his ulti. You know, you got an Ogre or something on your team. That's always pretty cool. And then just, obviously, minus armor. Also huge to help him out.
You get a glimpse of a Fade on the Radiant side jungle. Nouns know that he's looming about. Also with that second night of the game and has Dark Ascension available. There's also a scan for the 12-minute rune. It's again on the bottom half. It's another, this time it's an Arcane. But another miss for the Tiny. Copy hasn't picked up a single action rune this game, which does hurt this Tiny a bit. It really takes away his playmaking capability too. All those small plays you could potentially make this game, those are also kind of taken away from him. Yeah. He's just opted to farming.
Blink
always got a way out.
Radiant are scanning.
They are really hoping that they are coming to kill Samson right now. I mean, they have this war planet. Big Man just going to do a little bit of scouting. Puts a sentry first, but doesn't have an obs to check, so he's not going to see Gunnar, but he's almost going to walk out. All right, now they see him.
And he's revealed. Samson in the front. There comes your full-on combo. 4 heroes on top of a Brewmaster. Taking some time, but it will get the kill. Copy does get the avalanche on all of them. He blinks out. Dark Ascension pop by Fate. But there's nobody around. They have all moved away from this, from the crime scene.
Yeah, Veno Ward's holding back the Wyvern, who was off to the east as well there. So
Still hunting. Finds a Veno. Big burst.
That's a good catch.
1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
That's too bad. I mean, that's just like a free value out of a Dark Ascension that was kind of going to be wasted.
Radiant's courier has been
Okay.
Nice courier
Gunner's
chase there
courier.
from Fade. Yeah. No
Truly
hero
the
to
hunter
kill,
in
so
the
I'll just follow this courier instead if there's nobody else to grab. 4K lead already. bringing in the economy. We're just going to have to wait for nouns to bite back. When do they, though? It's all down to that Orchid on the CK, or is it something else?
I mean, Kabi has his blink, but he hasn't really got a chance to use it. It just defensively to hopefully save Gunner, but that didn't work out.
Spotted fade.
There's also so much empty gold.
Oh, that's going to cost a lot if they lose the Tiny here. Tossing in Wish on top of Lelis. He'll pop the Pierce to Veil for some damage, but the Tiny is dying and goes down. Bignum secures this kill. Wish has another blink stun available, and Night Stalker also with the Invis rune. He's on the hunt. The Hunter. They're going to get information with that massive night vision as well. This is scary for nouns. How do they turn this one around? Gunner with this primal split. They're trying to focus Wish down. He's down to 600 HP. Slowly falling, but just not dying enough, fast enough, that is. Also the Remnant throwing in a fade. There's going to be the calming down from that moment. So it is just a tiny kill. It is a big kill, but it could have been a whole lot more.
Yeah, and then immediately, like, Sammy comes mid, but the second that he infests, make sure there's a save there on the DK, Wyvern heal, and now he's back just hitting creeps up top. He's a little worried, thinking like, hey, I think I'm trying to like move the CK, but now he's gonna see him bottom. He's gonna lose his Night Stalker, but honestly, like, no cares, because this is gonna give me my Radiance.
Yeah,
oh,
and they're going on Gunner.
Yep.
So they're looking for an instant trade, 1 for 1. Another kill for Wish, 4-0 right now. Sammy boy giving him the tip.
Yeah, and that's Radiance. Just going to be done here in 100 gold, so a very happy Life Stealer. Wish, no real pressure, as he said earlier, to go like Mage Slayer this game either, so he just gets to get these bigger items, and he's already on his way to that BKB before the AC. And if you're trying to... Oh, man, playing support in this game is just rough right now, because... Like, Veno's kind of happy because it's a defensive game in a sense. Like, the enemies are coming to you, so your vision is really useful and stuff. That's nice, but it's also the early part of the game. There's lots of smokes available. And your cores, unfortunately, are farming the jungle that you would also like to be benefiting from, but you can't.
Dire's courier has been...
It is definitely a rough game for Blinks, unless they're always coming out. I mean, at least this is where I think the Night Stalker shines a lot. They do find themselves the Veno with a blink from Wish, so take that. But yeah, it's basically like when you have night vision, like such huge night vision in your team, doesn't even mind that much that they have a Veno against them with these blink daggers on their team. While Copy...
Oh, maybe?
Oh, no. Everybody else bailed the situation, but Wish and the boys will just be happy to take down Copy. It's not the first time that's happened.
No, he just wanted that toss kill. He's like, oh, maybe, you know, needed the other facet for that one. Maybe you have a chance. Lela's hitting some nice dead shots, I gotta say, but it's still not enough. Now we're gonna smoke up here. They're getting aggressive. Tiny will be back up in a moment. They're going for this fight in here. They have the Bruce split. This is it. I mean, they're down 6K. They have to win this.
Life Stealer going to get saved by the Cold Embrace. That will take some time off of the Orchid. Winter Wyvern dropping low on HP speed. Will drop the Curse on top of the Warrants. And Gunner also with the Primal Split. And here comes Fade, popping the Dark Ascension as well. They're retreating into the river. Sammy Boy down to 1,000 HP. Thrown into the air, into the Avalanche as well. He should die now. And there's a response coming out from Nouns. Might have been on the receiving end for quite some time, but this is where they finally start to fight back. Stacked up as a bunch. That shot connecting onto the Night Stalker one more time, but Gunner, no way to close up that gap to the Night Stalker. So Nouns, they'll be happy to take 2 and not lose a single member of their team this time.
Yeah, absolutely massive. Not just for the goal, but just for the like momentum and the feel of this game. Like, your Tiny was dead at the moment, and you know, like, we have to go for something right now because we are losing space on the map. Our Brewmaster has not gained anything in like 15 minutes since he bought Brown Boots. Like, finally all that gold becomes something. Now you have this Radiance tool.
Yeah, the one Gunner was missing out on. When the Lifestealer finished his, that was when they killed the Brew, and he was still 1 item short of finishing his. But now he has it. And an 80 rune as well on this DK. Gunner, he's going to have to TP out, and he is. That's a long teleport, though, but they do not actually see him out there.
That's going to help with the pressure on that bottom.
They found Fade. He tossed into the air. It's Lelis and Copy doing all the work, and Gunner showing up here to bring in the extra damage. They've got the kill. Here comes Samson, though. Big numbers as well in the area. Pretty difficult for those two to approach against 3. You don't have the damage required to kill any heroes here, so they'll just bail out. You do have speed, dropping in some wards, and instantly just takes the Twin Gate out. And he actually dodges the Radiant Scan there. Just barely.
Boom.
So the triangle is the target. Right on the edge of that scan. Maybe saw a quick glimpse of the Lifestealer activating it. Blink on blink, both dodging, but the stun comes out from the DK. Orchid it up. He does get this Venomancer out of the way, but he's also tanking a lot of damage and might just spread that poison onto everybody around him. At the same time, he's just being feared and pushed around. That BKB will keep him alive. Now comes Fade from behind of Lelis. There's the pull-in from Yuma. Nice play from Copy to jump onto Bignum, trying to take down the Dark Willow. Just needs a couple more hits to finish him off. The curse prevents him, but he's still going to just corrode away from the poison from Fly. And now chasing Speed as well, and the Winter Wyvern will drop too. And now nouns are finally showing those signs of life, which we've been hoping and waiting. When is the time the nouns is going to start fighting back? And now definitely a couple successes in a row.
I can confirm that it does refresh when an ally dies. I didn't think it did earlier in this game, but it definitely did that time. When Veno went down, it refreshed. It got another ghost. That's pretty cool. Was not aware.
Solid.
So as per usual, the wording is correct. It's just when heroes die. So I'm way more on board with this Facet now, especially when you have a feeding hero like a Veno. I mean, you know, if Veno's in the calling, you know Veno's dead. So that thing's definitely coming back up.
Like the good old saying goes, when heroes are killed when they die.
So true. Well, Tormentor time here. Gold back, evened up here for now. It's a great play, because consider they had 0 tier 1 towers down.
Yeah.
I mean, they still don't. And really, the only place on the map that was going to feel good to go into was going to be the Ancients there. And Fly, he takes one for the team and passes that shard off to Lelis.
Oh, the surprise attack. Fade. Oh, he thinks that's the right CK. No, that is not. Illusion bait. Pulls off right after they finish the Tormentor, but Copy is still in the area. Fade, and his blink is actually broken there. He was still on cooldown. Never mind. Wasn't quite able to jump onto the Tiny there. They were still hunting for the actual CK to be still in the area. Oh, you got CK Illusions cutting your waves in top, so they will be happy to get some damage with that catapult onto the top tier 1 tower, and Illusions cutting waves out, so no objectives going for Apex.
Yeah, now they have to figure stuff out here for now as to how they want to progress from here, and you still have to be careful. That was a really nice fight that they got at the Ancients. I don't know if you can count on that every time. Yuma's also farming up very, very nicely on this.
Yeah,
CK.
still topping.
Yeah, he's been out farming Samson pretty well here, considering how much time he's had to spend fighting too.
He just queued up the heart. Oh, that makes me a happy boy.
Damn good item.
Heart and Bloodthorn. It's on the list for this guy. He is already really, really strong. That BKB on its way, but the recipe now received. 9-second BKB available. Focusing the tier 1 tower. Sammy Boy he will deny it, but it comes at a cost of him being initiated on. Tiny does get the stun on the backline. At the same time, Samson does get to reset, and they focus on the Tiny, and Tiny will fall. Copy a bit out of range of his teammates to actually help him out, and now Yuma has to pop that fresh 9-second BKB to run away. Deadshot doesn't quite connect on Fade as he dodges it. There's a stun on the Veno with an infested Lifestealer inside Wish, and they will take down Fly. Fade still going again for Yuma, giving him a quick reminder with that phylactery. He's out of mana, though, so he'll just keep a presence.
Oh, Speed. Big save there. I mean, the CK just cannot do anything about that play, right? If he gets the Cold Embrace off, nothing is happening to that Lifestealer. So, really good job there, because they fully committed on the fact that CK was going to blow up that Lifestealer. That's how that fight was supposed to go down, but unable to do it thanks to the heal that was there from Speed. And even though he got jumped right after, like, he couldn't even get a curse off. I'm not sure if it was up. I don't think it was, but there wasn't really a good opportunity for it because they attempted to just kill him right after, but he still survives. They get a big win.
Big win indeed. We've seen some clutch plays. A result from Skem in the previous series, and Speed living up to the Winter Wyverns. Well, I wouldn't say Hall of Famers, but at least the top plays for Wyverns, especially. It makes it look so easy too with CK, Tiny, right-click heavy. Embrace is just so good against that.
Jump
Setting up
on
on
in
top, they found
silence.
Lelis.
See ya.
One has the stronger silence in this case. Crippling Fear versus the Calling.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sanj and Yasha lined up for Samson. Some extra stats. Also versus the all the crowd control. Service assistance is pretty handy here.
Yeah, choosing not to go for the Manta to try and deal with this Orchid, instead just going to rely on his teammates. Make sure that they can either save him with these Wyvern heals or turnaround plays with the Curse. Or just like straight up trying to deal with these illusions somehow. But doesn't want to just make it as a one and done dispel situation. Just wants to try and handle a lot of the tools that they have on the side of nouns.
So a bunch of force staffs are now going up for nouns as well to try to counter this Night Stalker. Makes a lot of sense.
I mean, it's honestly really good versus all three of their cores, like DK, Lifestealer, and Night Stalker. It's that one force staff can save you in so many of these situations, so it's a very good item choice here. Fly after farming up a little bit here, gonna quickly escape as the enemy troops are coming through.
Splitting the map for now. It's going to be daytime in a few seconds. With that prolonged night still happening here, thanks to the Night Stalker facet.
They grab themselves their second tower of the game. They knock down the top tier one. Yep. Crushing it.
Always a good day to wake up to when you're making progress.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Poppy with this amplified damage, leading the charge here. They don't have the best vision. They've got some heading into their own jungle, but none up towards like the Ancients of the Wisdom, so they're not going to know that's where they're actually going. They do now see Sammy on this Lifestealer, but he's TPing out. Wish might not be so lucky. What path does he take?
Just,
Dire's top
it's a bit of a roly-poly wraparound, right? He shouldn't get away. BKB teleport out. Well, that looks more like it now. And that's the way it should have gone.
Yeah, they split up
And
a little bit too much there, and it's a pretty unlikely, like, unless you can get a couple more chain stuns first, which they don't really have, that BKB is going to be pretty damn safe this game.
All right, nouns are charging into the Roche pit now. They know they have the daytime advantage. Of course, the Dark Ascension is up, but that's a 30-second window for Apex to make things happen.
They've scanned it already. They're definitely in the know. This is an infested Night Stalker coming in. And they're starting to clear out of the pit. They don't want any of the smoke. All right, went to split. Can they force a bad split?
They both see each other's. Well, they do the Night Stalker. And there we go. He jumps in, and that's a quick deletion of Fly's Venno. Just disappears right away, but the CK still having to deal with Samson at the moment. The Brewlings are spreading all over the place with the Winter Wyvern, trying to keep himself alive in his own cold embrace for the time being. There is the curse.
Versus the Brewlings. Now the Tiny, though, dead.
Yeah, Tiny gone. And Fly's gonna drop again. He just bought back to this as well. Apex Genesis, that 30-second period works out for them. 3 kills. Tiny and a dieback on the Venno, and Roche is theirs for the taking.
Oh, yeah, and that's going to put them into the gold for the AC now. Finished up here for Wish. He's going to send that out on the Courier. So they're going to have Aegis and AC to start attacking these tier 2 towers. Just great map movement and reads here from Apex Genesis, knowing that they're going to go for that Aegis. And, I mean, now they come out of the pit, they try and huddle under this ward, thinking this is a good situation. They jump and blow up the Venno, but Venno had buyback, so you know he's going to come back and get his spells off, and it just didn't even matter.
No.
They have to be so well set on the side of nouns for a good fight, right? Like, you need this, like, we have to get the silence onto the Lifestealer, it feels like, or it's just going to be a bad fight. You have to have the Phantasm out already. You need Split to be doing a lot in this, and Gunnar, he gets the split off, but he's just, like, he's kind of chasing the back line, and he can't deal with this Night Stalker and Lifestealer combo, and then he just gets cursed. So, you know, Speed just spending it to delay his abilities in the team fight, very frustrating.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, frustration, I think, is the key word to use here, because it's like you're, you know where they are. You've already got like a slight advantage around the Roche pit. You've started at first, and you've gained control of the area with your wards and everything, and it still just falls flat. what happens after the first few seconds of the initiation. And that also was caused by Apex. So it really feels like Nouns has to be the ones to start the fight first. They can't allow Apex to be the ones to jump in them.
Part of the problem is that starting the fight first for them has to be Tiny. Because like the brew initiation is too slow. The CK1 is too short range. And Tiny's like level 15. It's the burst damage in this day and age is just not what mid Tiny used to be like. Look at these three heroes. Well, who's the lowest HP? It's 2600 on the Lifestealer and the Night Stalker. Like you're tickling these guys when you jump in this Tiny. It's nothing. So until he gets like actual consistent damage, he doesn't really feel like much of a threat. And then you have to do an Avatos combo into like a dead shot that you can't miss. And then hopefully that chain stuns into Yuma.
Also, one thing I do have to say, I'm probably not the biggest fan of Copy's item build because this is the carry Tiny with the Echo Saber and now the Shadow Blade coming up. This is what you build as a pause 1 Tiny. Your pause 2 is slightly different, of course. Yeah, like it takes a lot of time to get this to work out with Echo Saber and Blink both being in your inventory, and then like, okay, now I can start to make things happen and I can actually dish out some damage. But you just gotta hope that it's gonna work out for him, right? And yeah, thank you. No Shadow Blade. Let's go for BKB instead. He just changed that in his quick buy. It makes that's a lot better already. Okay, I feel more comfortable now.
Yeah, he definitely needs to get his spells off.
Middle tower has fallen.
Bit of bouncing back and forth. There was a moment of a Nouns lead. But now Apex has kind of crawled it back together once again. 6K a lead at 30 minutes for the team.
I feel like speed is such a problem for them right now. I mean, he is definitely the best target. Like if Copy could find speed, these fights would be a lot easier for him. Because like, he's got Glimmer, he's got Locket, and now he has a Blink Dagger. So, I mean, that's part of the problem is that speed also recognizes this. It's like, yeah, if I'm caught first, fight might go kind of poorly. I can't just cancel out half of what they want to do. So I'm just going to hide way back. And they don't have the best ways of finding it. There's no Zeus in this game. It would really have to be Plague Wards, but, you know, it's pretty unlikely that they'll spot you as a Wyvern.
Yeah. Sammy Boy decided to pull in all the Nouns heroes back to their own base by sieging the high ground, and they will finish off this tier 3 tower, except it is protected by a glyph for now. The whole team is here. So is Nouns on their high ground. They're going to try and jump with the toss initiation onto the Lifestealer, into the silencing. Blow out that Aegis is what they're looking for. They're going to be successful in doing so. They will lose their Tiny for it, though. So there's an instant trade coming out. Now onto Semi-Boy. A second attempt there with the Phantasm, but it's not going to be enough. And now Gunner's Brewlings also have to back away. Sammy, though, is thrown into the air. He just picked up that fresh Aghanim's from his courier, so he does have that quick infest. Go straight inside Wish. Wish has a Blink Stun available. They're just going to wait for this Primal Split to end. 1 more second. Jump in the back line. Fly. Going to be initiated on and going to get blown up right away. He's not coming back for 40 seconds. He bought back in the previous fight. Wish, though, he's in trouble too by Yuma, but there's the heal, the save, and look at that healing from that. I mean, the cold embrace on Wish, and he just goes all the way back to like almost full HP. After all the hard work from all those Phantasm illusions, now they're all gone. Garlanorax is gone. Apex, they're basically just cherishing the moment right now. They're almost celebrating, you could say.
Yeah, I mean, they get the Tiny in the trade for the Aegis. They're very happy about that because he didn't immediately buy back. He had it, but didn't feel like it was going to be worth it. It's going to just kill his hero's momentum for sure, and there's no guarantee they even get anything off of it. So the rest of Nouns instead just try and delay the siege. They will eventually get the lane. It was kind of risky, though. I honestly thought they were going to lose another core there, but they just dropped the Veno. That's fine. But Apex, yeah, working on just closing this one out here. His Fade is chasing Gunner.
Bit of a roly-poly around the tree again. Gunner gets out. Went around the same tree line twice. Still couldn't catch each other's. Gunner just wanted to get away. Fade just wanted to catch a friend. Please play with me. Copy BKB getting closer and closer. He'll need that for the next time he does a toss.
I hear something dangerous coming this way.
Uh-oh.
I feel like a Dragonite with a Lifestealer inside kind of makes the same sound that like a TIE fighter does, you know? It's like I'm screeching in. Something similar.
Probably gonna ask some of the sound engineers to add that. Is that for every hero or just the dragons? The haste room.
According to the book on the sounds of Star Wars, he created it with the combining an elephant call with a car driving on wet pavement. In case anyone else was wondering, because I just Googled it. Yep.
Okay.
You're welcome.
That is a very interesting way to put it.
That is exactly what a Dragon Knight brings to my mind. An elephant in wet pavement. Perfect. Let's see if they can cause him to come crashing down onto the pit. What? What's pavement?
Yeah.
It's like asphalt. It's like the road.
Yeah. I was just thinking, like, what kind of
Oh,
sound?
wet
does
pavement.
wet
They said what's pavement. I was like, oh, we didn't know the English word for pavement. That's what you were saying right now.
I apologize for my crude accent. Oh boy. Yeah, they're going to take the Tormentor, but there is still a threat looming in the triangle, but they're not going to jump it this time. You know, they did have the Dark Ascension available, but they will not go for it. Maybe could have found a Brew, maybe a Muerta, very low on HP. Going to do it the long route. Go all the way to the Defender's Gate. Checking out for wards. There goes the Watcher. Pretty sure somebody saw that Watcher go offline. Deactivating Watchers and smoke is like one of the things that some players barely notice happening.
Yeah, because sometimes it's hard because it feels like you're like, oh, did it just dissipate, you know? Doesn't it make like an audio cue? I don't know. I need to keep better track of my Watchers, I suppose.
Because if there's like, you know, when IO's in it's basically like increasing the vision and reduces the time taken. It's like you can actually try to smoke up and deactivate Watchers and still your opponent's going to be like, well, what the heck? Instead of like a D ward, you see them on a glimpse on the map. It's like, oh, they're there. See a smoke pop somewhere. Yep, they just smoked up. Let's back out. But a Watcher being deactivated, it's a pretty hidden thing.
Pretty sneaky. We'll see if they can sneak themselves to the Roach Pit. It's going to spawn daytime, and it's not too far away here.
Yeah. Pretty
Sam's
short timer.
Are they going to back them? I don't know if he noticed, but the Tormentor just popped up right behind him. They're all here. I feel like they might as well just grab it. But no time, he says.
No time indeed. It's just the Lifestealer Shard, which is actually pretty good. When you think about this game, it applies it onto all the CK illusions too.
Yeah, it's sick. But maybe
And
we
you
should
have-
just get the Dragon Ball. Wow, that was crazy. He actually blinked into the respawn of Roche.
Confidence play. Nouns are going to make their way towards the Roche Pit, but there's quite of a distance to cover. Can they make it in time? Roche is almost down by a third. Closing up to the halfway point. Yep, they're going to make it in time. Just need to make the right plays now. Who jumps on who? This is their one chance to start a fight. They got to do
9
things
seconds.
really well. They got to do everything right
BKB.
now. Primal Split used. Roche is down. HS is secured for Sammy Boy. And they find themselves Bignum. He gets a big heal
that's
at the same
crazy.
time. That was a Lotus heal, right? I mean, the Venomancer now getting chased by Fade. Fade should be able to take him while in front of the Roche Pit. Battling versus the Brewlings. Sammy Boy running rampant all over the place. Lelis has to pierce the veil away from this one. And this is the 9-second BKB from the Tiny. And he's just taking hits. CK left all by himself. They will curse a CK illusion this time around. And Sammy Boy is eager to kill him. But Yuma still has to deal with the situation all by himself. And he's going to blow up the Aegis. And teleports away. Actually a pretty sick play that he's able to do that all by himself.
Yeah, and he actually kills that damn Dark Willow. Bignum just living for way too long. That was unreal. He healed so much. Oh, just like
Raider
chaining out
healing Lotus.
4,700 damage onto the Willow. Somebody kill this
Sheesh.
stupid pixie. The dust is too good.
Yeah, he used 2 Lotuses that fight for a total of 1,025 healing on the Willow.
So annoying. Very well done. But yeah, in the end, Yuma, great play there. Come in and then have the thought to just BKB TP out knowing that the curse had already been used. So
Yeah. It was a hard curse for speed, let's be honest. But it also did serve a purpose for Yuma to turn things around.
Well, it is still a bit of a Pyrrhic victory here. Not the best. Pointing out some good stuff when the rest of it is not going too hot here. Good news, you know, Octarine Core, a aesthetics cap going to be the choice here. I like it from Gunner. That's a 20-second cooldown, 18.8 in fact. So that's kind of handy. And that just means he's pretty much always going to have split available. I have not noticed until right now that he did not have clap. That's very funny.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about that, but I was like, Trent is probably going to give me a very self-explanatory answer, so I'll just not ask. It's like zero cues. Also, we saw a quick glimpse of Speed's healing stats. 21,000 healing so far this game with that Holy Locket Cold Embrace.
It's funny, I've seen 1 point, but I don't think I've seen no points.
Yeah, he's put 6 times in his +2 all stats above the Thunderclap.
Fair enough. I feel like most people just like the 1 point for the lane, but I guess because it's a lifestealer, it's just not worth it. That's probably the reason.
Let's see if there's some truth to it. But I mean, yeah, like at least the value point, the classic term, at least get that 1 point is the usual. But he just does not want that either. Prefers the stats above it.
Radiant are
I mean, typically, if like you want the 1 point to activate your Cinder Brew, but obviously he just had Lelis doing it. So, and with it being a lifestealer, yeah, like, it's kind of comical, but it's all good. And I mean, you get a Radiance, so do it my damn self. See, TP's on home.
Yeah, the 40-minute mark, nighttime once again. Apex not gonna be lucky finding anybody outside of the base. Nouns has already done a full retreat, set up defensive perimeters inside their own high ground. CK already delivering some nasty, almost 900 to 1,000 damage crits. Gonna watch out for.
And this lack of Aegis, too, I mean, that's the kind of thing that maybe Apex decide to go high ground anyway, and they end up regretting it. Like, Lelis is at the point now where he's got quite a bit of damage. You're fighting into his high ground. Should be problematic.
chill, baby.
All right, bit of a headset call there from Yuma. Still 9K lead, 41 minutes in for Apex Genesis. A 91% win probability for now, but that could still change. We've seen changes from the worst situations to an ultimate victory not too long ago.
Nope, that's true. And Grin certainly looked like they had their chance. See if this pause could throw them off their game, you know. I always get lost during a pause. I hate pauses. You got this like running position of where you think every hero is on the mini map, and then the pause happens, and you're just like, oh, I lost it, you know.
Yeah.
Just gone.
Moments of relaxation. Nuh-uh.
No, not in a Dota game. Unacceptable.
Got to fully focus during the break every single time. Lifestealer closing up on that level 25 too. Some talents available for Sammy Boy to pick. Which one does he really want here on the Lifestealer? Like, it used to be, wasn't it like 2 seconds rage duration? Never mind, let's get that back to that in a second. Fade was knocking the door, so we can now get back to it. Wasn't it like 2 seconds on the rage?
Yeah, it definitely was. It was more than one, for sure. I forget exactly what it was.
Or 1% feast lifesteal damage. Make a total of 3.75% max health into damage, which is pretty solid versus CK and Brew. Both already racking up a nice amount of HP. There's also an 80 rune sitting in the river, which both teams do not know about. No vision around that area. Bit of backseat gaming. Wish. Wanting to start the high ground push here. The dead shot will miss. Poppy. Oh. Might have actually seen that ward being placed down. There we go.
Trying some sneaky ones. Yep, who wants to go high ground? I mean, what is there to gain? Damn, Yuma is just trusting to this BKB going out there. Time to start sending these illusions out. Oh, he rolled pretty nicely there. On the old Phantasm. Give himself the bonus.
Yuma,
Oh,
aggressive
ooh,
positioning
ooh.
here. He will see Fade. And he's...
Whoa!
He does get the BKB off, but still just gets obliterated.
That was a
CK
nice
dealing
BKB.
overwhelming amounts of damage. And yeah, that's his BKB gone. He's gone for 80 seconds now.
And they noticed the gem after, so the courier's not going to get there in time.
And that was a different type of high ground. That was a watcher.
That was sick. I mean, I can't believe he gets BKB off that quick. Honestly, that was impressive. But not enough. So huge pickoff. Great play by Yuma to go out there. I thought he was just going to like set up and thinking, because I think the logic is like I have BKB TP, so I'm safe, right? I'm not going to die.
Yeah.
Unless they curse me, and then if they curse me, my team, maybe we can fight out here. But you have to take risks, or you're just going to lose this game. And look how far they just get out now because he's dead. Like, this is so good. This is the 10%. When you see 10% win probability, it's stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
Dire's middle
Absolutely. I think the right thing is to just exit the base. Try to make something happen. And this time, Fortune just kind of walks into your arms. Now everybody gets to exit for a while. Night Stalker's going to be up in 15 seconds once again, and it's going to be daytime in a minute. To push this tier 2 tower out of the way. The Rulings get to do some damage. They're going to glyph it as well. Not sure when's the next time Nouns is going to get to push like this and exit their side of the map. Might as well just glyph it up. By the way, Lifestealer has almost picked up 1,000 extra HP from Corpse Eater.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, gotta be one of my favorite facets. I'm so happy about that. It's just very satisfying, I think. Like, everyone can just agree that you're taking this one. The other one is also very interesting, though. I think it's a cool concept, this idea of changing rage, but, like, I don't know if you're gonna if you're gonna be able to convince people off of this, because people like big number, you know?
Yeah, big number always. Always brings some kind of satisfaction. I mean, there are games. We actually did cast a game last week in a Finnish tournament where we had Bane, and they picked the Lifestealer into the Bane. I was like, all right, this is an Unfettered game. And he didn't. He didn't pick Unfettered. He went for Corpse Eater, and the moment he got gripped, literally, our cast was like, pick the wrong facet, boy. Joke's on you. They lost that game, by the way.
Oh, then it couldn't have gone worse. I mean, you lost anyway. Binary results here. Uh-oh. The safety of the CK has been compromised. The Abyssal Blade's out.
Uh-oh.
No longer can be super brave here on Yuma. 54 seconds until the Roche spawn. Oh, but wait. I've got Abyssal of my own.
And it's a daytime Roche as well, so double banner? They already got one on the Lifestealer's backpack.
Oh, Yuma.
Yuma being found this time. Is this vengeance time for Mr. Fade? Yuma does get the BKB off, but he's stunned up right after, and he gets the Phantasm barely off, but it's not going to do anything. He's gone for 90 seconds. And this is where Apex Genesis, they are relishing the moment. There is no big CK to worry about. Fly is able to get out from the clutches of Fade and Wish. But with that, that should be a lane of racks and maybe even two.
They're not clearing the creeps. They're trying to fight.
Copy. They're going to try and toss back the Lifestealer. He's got a lot of that extra HP, remember. He is Lotused up as well, so none of those debuffs are going to hurt Mr. Sammy Boy. Now Wish. Almost a 6,000 HP DK. So we'll just throw him in the air. Pretend he has none.
Lifestealer had to work for his health, you know, and he just gives over to the DK.
Yep. It sure does. Oh, this is hard to watch if you're a Nouns fan. It's like, well, we lost our CK and now they're just taking our buildings for free. We can't stop them. That's how important. That was Yuma's first death. He played almost 50 minutes without dying.
Yeah. I mean, that was just nice. They recognized how to win this game. Get that kill, immediately run high ground. No way for them to clear the creeps in time. Even though there was only like one swarm coming bottom, it was catapults. It was a lot of units, and they couldn't find a way to actually just get out there and stop it from breaking the back door. And now that Roche is up and available, and this is just the closeout here with that refresher shard.
All right. Do we dare bust out the graph, the win probability graph, one more time? Do we dare look at it?
The old 1%.
The old 1% maybe? Or is it 0 already? It's a 1%. Any 1% believers out there can now still come back from a 1% win probability. It is a mega creep comeback if they're planning on doing one. It's only a 15k lead for Apex Genesis.
Only,
but when you think about 15k, all they needed to do was kill a CK and the high ground was theirs.
Just one.
Just one.
If you kill Lifestealer, that's 30k. Then you're suddenly you're up 15k, right? That's how it works. So
Yeah. Simple.
yeah, perfect math.
Just for our NA audience, you know, it's easy numbers. And
Yeah,
for
true.
me. Me no good with numbers. I like Yuma's quick buy though with the arcane blink. I think that is a really, really important item pickup.
Why do you like it so much? Speak to me on this arcane blink.
If you can get benefit from his illusions, it's literally through that and Reality Rift. Quick resets, moment of disappearance if Yuma's not shown. Jump on the next target, bring your illusions with you, smack the hell out of whatever you're hitting. I just think Arcane Blink is my favorite out of all the three. You'd say there are Swift Blink heroes, there are Swift Blink enjoyers. Some of your heroes still like to build the overwhelming Blink, but I am a believer in Arcane Blink these days. And I think every hero that has a Blink initiation should consider Arcane Blink. If their cooldowns align with it.
Especially if you can get an Octarine too. Like it just feels stupid. It's so funny. And like if they have if the disabled that they're relying on is ever projectiles too, it just feels like you can kite so well in the fights with it.
Yeah, and it aligns with his cooldowns really nicely. Like you think about Arcane Blink cooldown is like what, 7 seconds? Yuma 10 seconds in Chaos Bolt, 6 on Reality Rift. It all comes together. Maybe not as good as on well, okay, Enigma's actually a pretty good hero for Arcane Blink, but can I think of another example that's probably not that good with it? Maybe something with like a 20-second cooldown, use it once, but you don't really go like reinitiate with just your Blink to throw in a other spell.
Yeah, but you live.
But you live.
I like living.
Life is nice. Copy. Gonna get jumped on. Does he get the backup that he needs? He's got his friends around. There's the Force Staff. They will save the Tiny's life. Gunnar doesn't also have to burn his Primal Split right away. Sammy Boy Samson inside the base right now. He's tearing these wards apart. Level 26 Life Stealer next to a level 15 Veno. Fly will soon get his XP if they just get a couple kills going. Copy. Gonna try and initiate on the Willow, but just can't get it. Can't get this kill going. And on the low ground, Yuma being cursed up with Lelis. Oh boy, he's very far away, but they bring in Gunnar. They're bringing the numbers. The BKB going to be popped by Yuma, but he won't stand his chance. He won't stand his ground. They will force out the cooldowns off of Fade, off of Sammy Boy, but they need to buy back the CK if Apex overextends. Is there an opening? He's going to come back to the fight. Copy with a toss onto Fade, trying to finish him off. Samson, he's going to get focused on. That is still the Aegis. That's round number 1. That's the first pit wave. They need to do it again. They will lose the Tiny. Tiny going to come with the buyback as well. Nouns fighting for their lives right now in this game 1. They're pushing around Gunnar. Gunnar down to 1800 HP. There's another jump. Yuma going to be focused on another 4-step save, pushing him a bit further. Samson relentlessly hammering away, taking down the CK. Fade for the triple kill. And Gunnar in trouble as well with Copy trying to do something, but his damage is lacking. It's just a Crystallis. It's just a Crystallis he's bringing into that fight. Fade could potentially pull off an Ultra here at the end, but it doesn't matter. It's game over for Nouns in game 1 at least.
Apex Genesis upsetting the current top dogs of NA. I mean, they won the last big qualifier. That puts you on top.
We'll pick and hope that this lockdown is going to be sufficient enough for the damage output, and of course it is a very good hero versus the Wind Ranger because of Focus Fire and the Blade Mail interactions, so there's a good chance Wind might just kill herself before the Axe gets a bunch of spins out. I mean, he's obviously going to spin a lot too with that Focus Fire damage, so probably not the target Yuma wants to focus on. We'll have to see. Samson actually pulling out the Broodmother, so carry Broodmother.
Yep. He's on his grind with it. Played 6 matches recently, so I mean it's played basically the same, right? Like you're probably gonna just go phylactery into. You can go Orchid if it's good, but the S and Y's been really good lately. The BKB, that kind of a build. We'll see if it's worth it. I think. I mean, probably Orchid this game, right? One would think.
Yeah. It does look like he's locked it in with the Blitz
Oh, yeah,
Knuckles
there you
and
go.
his quick buy, so very likely it's going to be an Orchid game. It is very good against multiple heroes, trying to catch them. The Coddle, the Wind, the Willow. I think these, most importantly, these three heroes can easily get caught off guard. And Storm also needs a BKB or some item versus that Orchid at some point. So let's split the bounties 2 for 2. Bignum gonna have to soak up a couple roots here. The Blinding Light into another root, into a Blood Grenade. Oh, dear Bignum.
I see Gunner outclicked Sammy in the bottom lane, 9 ping versus 60, and then Gunner just called him old.
I was wondering about that all chat banter there for a second, but yeah, that fast fingers, faster reactions.
Here, I can confirm that Gunner has 9 ping. Did he actually look it up?
Pretty sure he did.
Just had to know. He has 50 ping, so like, I mean,
Does he?
yeah, he was exaggerating a little bit.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, come on, Sammy.
Yeah, come on, Sammy.
Radiant's turret has been killed.
Well, there goes Fate's Courier right away. Sniped away by Fly. Applying the pressure onto Axe with the Wind Ranger. Just the casual poke-a-rooney, like you would expect. There's going to be a lot of poking on almost every lane here. Sammy Boy, maybe not so much on his level 1. The Necrotic Webs just reduces health
That's
regen.
so funny, by the way. I never thought about this. Placing it in the mid lane when you're playing bottom is hilarious. Like, just to annoy the enemy mid is god tier. That is so good, actually. What a stupid thing. I mean, that's going to get changed, I bet. I mean, maybe it won't, but I feel like they'll change it to be like webs within X, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Maybe like a range or something like that. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think it might just stick like this way because he's still very reliant on the amount of webs that he needs. But again, it is only level 1. I don't think you need that many webs around your lane to start things off with. But that is a very cheeky and interesting little play there. Just put it down into the mid lane, nerf the Storm Spirit a bit, make it a tiny bit easier for Wish. We already saw that 2v1 lane with the Satyr +1.
Yeah.
And now this also feels like a, 1.5 to 1. Maybe not that much, but slightly giving it an advantage for Wish.
It's actually so annoying. I think my problem with it is there's nothing you can do about it. That's like, there's no way to kill the web, so I think the fact that it works globally is kind of creepy. Well, if you are a Brood player, make sure you are doing this to the mid lane, 100% every game. Definitely worth it.
Bringing up some ideas. There are some really interesting things still going on in the game. Some are being slowly fixed or changed, but the pros show the way. Also, you will do anything in your power to get to that winner bracket final.
Even
Guarantee
picking Broodmother.
Even picking Broodmother. We'll do anything for that.
Man, static slide is crazy. I mean, this is another one of the big reasons. We talk a lot about the galvanized, but the static slide is also a big reason why Storm Spirit has looked so good lately, because it really has changed up this mid lane. It's very hard to deal with the static remnant. You just get tagged in it all the time if you're another melee hero.
Yeah. At first, we were, like, when it was released, we were laughing at it a bit. It was like, who wants this? Like, come on. But then, actually, when you think about it, like, when you have some particular range matchups, or maybe even some melee matchups where you need to pop the remnant to do damage to your opponent or to the wave, they always get a hit in. And now that even that tiny little extra movement speed provided on that remnant makes it a lot difficult for the opponents to actually get the trade with you.
Yep. Yeah, it's very solid. Still 0-0 here. We're hunting for our first blood. Lella's going to be the first rotation mid just to lock down these runes.
Yep. Dry out Wish. Gonna have a bit of a drought moment.
Middle tower is under attack.
No bounty rune nearby either for him to pick up for a bottle refill. Also, talking about heroes in general, it's not in this game, but do you think people have already figured out Morphling?
No. I mean, they figured out that the strength one's bad. If that's what you mean. Although people are going to keep trying it.
Yeah, there's going to be attempts on it. First blood attempt as well. On to Bignum here with Yuma and Fly. And it's a close call. Second level top power shot. There we go. Yuma the sharpshooter. Fly giving him a tip. Like, nice. Good connection.
Right, I'll finally get one here.
Dire's top tower.
Fade. Essentially, yeah, he's going to watch out. Doesn't want to get hit up again here because the spam is very real with Coddle in your lane.
The never-ending power shots. They're trying to set up on Fade. There's no tree. The trees have been cut down, so that shackle shot will not connect. Power shot will. He's got another one available in 4 seconds. Bignum shows up, and he pops the wind run, runs away. Fade's desperately going to need some more extra HP regen in this lane. He just has one bracer. I don't think it's good enough. Does he have anything on the courier? Just another salve. So Storm has hit level 6 before the Ember Spirit, so Bignum's rotation to mid might feel like a bit of a waste in a way. Will make his presence known at least. I wish would like to get that 6-2 and make sure he gets that level, 6-minute rune. Since those water runes were completely denied from him. Even bringing in speed and Lelis. Lelis stacking the camps. Top side rune. Nuh-uh. Of course, it's a regen for the Storm.
Okay, time to stack some up here for the axe pretty soon. Bignum and Fly gonna bump into each other. A lot of heroes struggling with this clockwork, obviously, in the patch. He's been a really popular hero. But even with a blinding light, man, you still take a lot of damage.
Oh, you certainly do. All right, Regen Rune is now popped by Copy. He's on his way to steal the stacks or steal a kill. If he can get to Wish. Wish still has a remnant thrown back. And Bignum, he shows up here. It's like, well, the Storm is here.
He's gonna go for the kill? I feel like the stack's worth more.
He should be able to do it. Just a couple more, one more remnant.
I did not believe. I really did not. Very well done. I was in total doubt mode.
It's all about the static slide, baby. He would not have gotten a kill if he didn't get to those remnants on the move.
Not gonna take the stack on the way back though. It does get pinged there. Fly only 1 point in the Illuminate, so he can't really do much about it. And how's this Brood doing? 41-10 to Gunners, 29-7. Okay, I actually like he'd have a little bit more fun down here. But he's been left alone a lot. He's been soloing a ton of the time here. And his net worth is, well, it is the bottom of the course. Okay, I was going to say it's probably not that bad because of neutrals and stuff, but it's not great.
Yeah, and only the net worth difference is really just the first blood pickup on the Wind Ranger from the power shot on Bignum. Wish and Copy both sharing this farm together. It's not your camp, it's our camp. Speed and Fade doing the cold embrace spin farming in the jungle. They just cleaned up that stack on the hard camp. Meanwhile, 8-minute rune is an Invis for Wish. That's his first rune.
Not really a great one.
Nope.
In terms of rotations and stuff for an Ember, not really what he's looking for.
Dire's middle tower is under
Bignum is also locating the stacks for Fade. He also pings out Fly's location. Blood Grenade. Just like that. Wish is coming in. Blinding Light is available. He's going to miss a couple of his attacks. Actually does get the connection on both of them, so screw the miss chance. He hits both.
This is such a good time to fight.
Storm's steeping in.
Oh, yeah. This is good for Storm. This is going to be another charge.
Yeah. And it just seems like this Axe is not going to get anything else except for a couple creeps. Storm also gets a piece of that.
Yeah, but he dunked for the gold, so it's okay. He got that creep. But yeah, that's 7 charges, so it's going to start pumping up.
Gonna find a way to shut this man down. He's going for the Witchblade first. He does not know about the Orchid looming in the near future for this Broodmother. Still opting to go for the damage route, which is the right call. Speed pops the smoke up of Copy.
So dead. Gets chakra here. Teammates are rotating over.
Bit of a blast on top of him.
I mean, this is just gross, though. Like, this is maxed out chakra right now. 3 points in it. The arena not going to connect here. I believe the
Very
first
close
one.
call. Sammy was on the edge of those trees where Gunnar hoped that he would find him. Sammy's just going to have to spawn more and more webs. Gunner's just going to zone him out. Like, you're not getting any farm as long as you're there. Meanwhile, in mid, rotations coming in. Wish will be initiated on with a 3 versus 1 situation, and he's just getting rooted to root. And this is just so good looking, man.
Oh.
They did this
I
before
applaud
on
that.
Big Num. The blinding light into the roots.
That's so
Simple as that.
sick. I mean, on an Ember of all heroes, too, like, he's just thinking, like, I'll get out. Like, I'll be fine after. I got 4 points flame guard. Like, no, you're dead, dude.
Yeah, you got Curse Crown, you got Vortex, and then rooted up and blinding light into some more roots, and yeah, you're just done for. Well, these are definitely tools that Nouns are hoping to live off of this entire game. So turn 10 minutes already, ramping up with a couple kills. Hoping to keep up the tempo. That tower in the bottom lane should be done for in a matter of moments with the Storm and Mars and Coddle keeping up the pressure there. And also no response coming out from Apex Genesis to push the top lane in a similar fashion. So it's just going to be a lost tower.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
It is pretty hard as well for Apex to actually make moves yet.
Yeah, they're very dependent on that blink. So, I mean, they have hookshot, which that'll be something too once he gets level 6. But yeah, until you have those two things, the moves are not great right now. Copy with the AD rune here. Ooh, get out of there.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, not willing to take that challenge. Wish jumping back. Still doing quite fine on this Ember. 5,000 net worth almost accumulated. Has a Cobalt following him around for some extra generated gold. Love to see that. Also, Lelis, your stash is full. You might as well bring all those items on the courier. Tier 1 token, double null talismans, a sentry ward.
That's stacked up. I guess because when you Pixie, like the Pixie just gives you a crazy amount of
Regen with double null.
Yeah.
Has a Coddle in his team, but Coddle's too busy for him.
All right, zap in from Copy, going straight to Big Num. High amounts of damage with the Bedlam as well, out of all things, making it an even easier kill. Actually, Lelis is the one to score that particular kill.
Copy's doing a good job getting these charges before that control is up. Like, no clockwork, no hook shot, no blink dagger on the axe, because he can't make these dives anymore once that's there.
Yeah,
They don't quite have the ability to actually like defend him if he goes like that. So, I mean, the window's closing, but he's gotten a lot out of it. The next big spike will be when he hits level 12, and you get the extra 5 charges. Then if you can start killing him from there, that's when you really try and stall that momentum that he's gaining.
Yeah,
But,
like they say, the early investments pay off.
Yeah, you also get a permanent one that you can't lose, which is pretty nice. Every time you gain a charge, you get 0.1 permanently on the mana regen, so it's not like worthless to when you've dropped all your charges, but obviously you're still trying to keep them up as much as possible.
Yeah. A lot of benefit behind that Galvanize. Also, Gunnar has his fresh blink ready, so moving with a smoke with Lelis. On the hunt for a kill, they spot Fade.
He has his blink.
1700 HP on this axe. There's a Wyvern nearby, but can the Wyvern actually see the axe? Speed is hopeless. Just let me in. Just let me in. And Gunnar is the one who's going to end up dying in the end. Bignum able to intervene, and now there's a chance for Apex Genesis. Actually, axe getting jumped on again, but a shield rune popped by the Storm Spirit. Copy. They're trying to kill off Sammy Boy. Beautiful shackle shot, power shot combination coming out there. Get another kill for Copy.
Can we get a replay of that when we get a second? I'm very curious. I wonder if he pinged, like, where to hook.
It could be.
Or I
Very
guess he
much
could have
be.
just, he probably just flared, actually. Probably just flared, never mind, 'cause he's 6 now, and he actually took
We
the 1
need
point in
confirmation.
Because, like, I mean, he could see from his own flare, you know what I mean? So we know
Yeah.
that would work. But that makes a lot of sense, because, like, a lot of Clockworks don't take the early point in flare. As I'm saying all that, they're going to get speed.
That's going to be the 9th kill, 7 of which have come through the Storm Spirit. And here we have the
thank you.
replay. So let's keep our eyes peeled.
So no one can see anything. We're all blind. No, he didn't even flare.
The
did he?
power shot, does the power shot vision give enough?
Well, no, but they're on the same team. He's on the Mars' team.
True. True, actually. Never mind.
Well, he just hit
Ignore
that.
what I
one.
said.
I'm not even sure. I'm going to have to watch it again. I'll check the replay later. That's the only way to truly know the player perspective.
Also on live picture right there, they were smoked up trying to kill the Storm Spirit in the jungle. And the moment he blinks and Storm's already zapped away. So very close call there to get that black blink reveal to credit a kill. Now that blink reveal doesn't give them one, which Fade would have loved to get. He also wants Coda Blood.
This is one of my favorite parts about Storm Spirit is the Meteor Hammer being the go-to item, just because the item has just been such trash. But the 75 mana regen amplifications, you know, it's all stats. Like, there are legitimately games where the Meteor Hammer will never hit an enemy hero.
Yep.
They might never even use the active, because frankly, as a Storm Spirit, it's generally
It's a
not going to
stat
be
item.
that good. It's just a waste, you know?
It's literally just a stat item. That's all it's about. I was laughing about the same thing about the Storm Spirit when it came out. I was like, yep, Meteor Hammer and, you know, Mono Regen Amp with Galvanized Mana Amp. Yeah, I can see something working that you could start building Meteor Hammer on the Storm Spirit, and that indeed happened.
I mean, it's nice to just get towers, too, right? Like, that's fine.
Yeah, that's a bit niche, but it's something.
Ooh, good
Arena
calls.
on cogs. Well, I have to go to the middle of the arena for this one, and the spear actually connects on the arena that just evaporates at the same time. Still, kill for copy.
Now, it's starting to pull away here. They have failed to get their moves online, right? Like, the hook shot has come up, the blink dagger has come up on Axe, but they have not connected. You know, they missed that one gank already on the Storm. Now they're all up top here trying to just push this tower, but it takes forever because you're an Ember lineup. And there's a Brood somewhere in this game. Yeah, there she is. 0-1-0 for old Sammy. But he's online. All right, Brood has joined the
All right.
game.
All right, a new challenger arrives. And are they going to go
That-
straight
oh,
for
wait,
a
what
kill
a start.
on the Storm Spirit? If they can get this one, yes, they can. It's so close to rocket the hook shot, and they got it. It took a while, but 17 minutes in, they found their answer. Now Copy is in for an ill awakening. Fade going in for the next one, calling in the Willow, and smack, that's an axe in your face.
All right, shout out to Speed for the wards. Credit where credit is due. That Storm walked right on top of them and made it easy. So great vision laid down there by the supports. And
Well done.
Fade capitalizes on it. So they also don't have an option for the Soul Burn yet, right? Because
Yep.
that Storm is just, yeah, it's going to be a lot of burst damage. All
Shroud
right.
can help, but it won't dispel it.
Oh, he's still at 16 galvanized charges, though. We got to keep beating this guy down.
While to go. Now they found the Mars. Your next target.
Oh,
Smack.
baby. They're turning up.
That's Fade Axe. Meanwhile, Big Num and it's your boy Speed taking the portal up top. Hoping to find a farming Wind Ranger around, but there's no one here. Just put down some deep vision. Make a move there if the wind ever shows there. That's a good ward spot. It's a good right time for it too. Haste Rune is secured. They recall in the Storm Spirit. Get himself a haste. By the way, with just a couple kills, honestly, like this is kind of rad. They had a 5K net worth lead. It's down to 1. With just a couple kills. Just a couple.
Middle tower is under attack.
That's very nice. I mean, the couple big ones. Like, that's part of it.
Certainly were.
Tower is under attack.
Question is, are they just going to immediately get a couple back here? Because now they're getting aggressive. There's a haste rune on their Storm Spirit. There. Ooh, okay. This could be a big fight. Now, do they respect that there could be a lot of allies here for this Storm Spirit? That's the question. Oh, he's too juicy. I can't believe they're not jumping that. Oh, they're so not greedy. Now, will Copy get greedy for this one wave? Oh, spiders. Oh, he's got to be dead. Oh, they think it's a bait. They think they're all right next to him, but they don't know. They're not that close, but guys, they're far away, actually. Not that you could assume that. You'd have to think they're sitting directly next to him. Like, it looks like the world's biggest bait.
They know that we know that, and so on. Oh boy.
So they're going to go to the Twin Gate. They're smoking on the side of Nouns up to the northern part of the map here. They have some vision down here already from Apex, so they kind of have an idea this is safe. They're going to put Wish on the wave. Now he's the bait.
Oh no. And the miss spear, and Wish still gets caught by the vortex, and the hook shot comes out as well from Big Num. Ember's already out, and Clockwork. Nobody can see what's happening to Mr. Big Num. They're probably all staring at his monitor in the boot camp. It's like, what's happening there? What's happening there?
Yes, swivel chairs at an all-time high.
So they have it. They got the kill, but it was an arena used for it. So Apex, they have a slight window to make a play happen somewhere. Oh, Ember's under a ward. Copy's just going to straight up jump on top of Wish, but unfortunate for him, he just doesn't have the burst damage to take down an Ember. But a valiant effort, nevertheless.
14.3% accuracy on spears. That's, come on, man. Don't do it like that. Those were farming spears. Surely.
Yeah, leave our boy Gunner alone. It's pretty much just been a Storm Spirit show for now. Let's see if things change from that. Axe is chasing Yuma.
Yeah, it's deep though.
This is very, very deep indeed. The entire team is coming to see what's the ruckus. What the heck's happening here? Oh, there's an Axe chasing our wind. Let's go help the boy. Rounds now up to 3K. And an economy lead versus Apex. We do actually see, you know, the Mars is actually the one on the bottom of net worth so far, but not too far behind. He's got his items that he needs. And actually, straight up Wind Waker lined up. I saw the Yules on him, and I saw the Yules on the Dark Willow, but he's like, I'm going for the Wind Waker. Very early on. First item,
really
pretty much,
good
like
this
after
game.
Blink.
Yeah, it's kind of insanely good this game. It's like you're versus
The
the
lift.
so. Okay, that's a crazy thing to type.
That is the admin
I
just
guess
mentioned.
You can't pause the admin, so it makes sense. But
He's standing on the spear. That spear misses, right? I mean, he's standing on it. Or does he just, you know, like surf the spear to the
I
low
think
ground with it?
that spear's fat enough that he is getting caught by that spear.
I mean, to be accurate, like he's on it, right? He's gonna surf his way to the low ground and not get stunned, right? Right? Let me be right.
To be lore accurate.
Just, I mean, if you were standing on a spear that's in motion, the laws of physics don't always apply to Dota. You're good to go, and whoosh, straight to the tree. There goes Wish.
So in a way, he was riding on it.
Dire's top tower
Might have caught his boot or something, and he just smacked his head on the tree. I guess that's reasonable to get stunned. Yuma, that same ward, which they probably thought, like, why is the Storm Spirit jumping this deep? Big Num was probably de-warding it, or at least was making a motion towards it, but now he is the one to fall. That's well, I was about to say 2 kills, but the Ember did escape, so they do get a kill with this ward. Now that location has been confirmed. They have vision.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Sammy deciding if he's going to re-enter the game the next time he gets another key item. He skipped re-entering after BKB. He's going to farm up his Bloodthorn instead, and then perhaps will join his teammates once more.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So far, the general game plan, I think, of this Coddle Storm Spirit is working out very nicely.
Yep, certainly has. They've made it work, and they're going to continue to make it work. Moving the Storm around the map and bringing all those recalls to make sure that he also gets all the power runes on the map.
Good news is that the BKB is not a free ticket out of this one for the Storm Spirit. There's still the Axe Call, there's still Winter's Curse, there's still Hook Shot, so it's not total freedom, but it will be hard to get the kill finishes on this hero with this because, you know, what is their damage when he's BKB really?
Yeah.
It's not very good.
Yeah, and even if he does BKB
Fade?
himself, fade. Oh yeah. Yeah,
They
he
get
forced
tagged
out his Invis
there.
rune. So there's that. Meanwhile, all the spiders are heading south. So, like they say in Harry Potter, you know, follow the spiders.
Where are they going to
Eventually
take
find Sammy Boy. Wish. So showing up in the mid lane. Luminate blast. Gunner's already there. I love how he just blinks and kind of just stands still. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't see I'm here.
all menacingly?
Now the smoke up all the way from the top lane. That is a very... What? Okay.
I mean, this is just, I mean, BKB's done for Storm Spirit. They need to get this Roche before it goes nighttime if they want to grab it now. It definitely looks like a Roche timing for me if I was Nouns. Like, my Storm Spirit has BKB. I just want to get aggressive in the game. So maybe they could just portal and set up
They
for the nighttime one
definitely
up top.
Could head themselves towards the top lane. I mean, they only got 30 seconds left till Roche is changing. So they won't be able to burst Roche down, at least this early on.
They might be worried that Apex Genesis are camping it. They're going to send back Gunner
Possibility
to
for it.
basically scout.
Find Big Num for us. There he is. He's going to be sent up in the air with the Yules, bringing closer to Lelis. Big Num's going to drop here with that Bedlam damage and Gunner doing the rest. And also the Harpy Scouts wanted a piece of that action, making it a bit easier for the kill. Meanwhile, mid also copy, trying to make a quick jump onto Wish. He's been doing this over and over again. Constant reminders to Wish that I'm still in this game. You might have killed me once, but you're not going to fool me twice.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Parasma's the next item choice for him. Now starting Roche. No contest coming out from Apex Genesis. Nouns, they're going to get this one.
Yeah, they're slowly losing out on these moments that might get you back in this game. It's Apex Genesis.
Like, you do have BKB Bloodthorn on this Broodmother, like overwhelming amounts of damage, but the defensive items are already there on the side of Nouns, making all these individual item pickups just so much harder to use. You gotta get yourself a really good way to initiate in fights to get the biggest benefit out of this. You did mention all those BKB piercers in the team, but now it's at a point where Nouns also need to like overstep a boundary and misposition them to actually let speed get a good curse out. Otherwise, it's not happening.
Yeah, it's also like they can kill copy. They really, if they fight into the shield rune, I'll feel really bad for them because I think that that could be a really good bait from Nouns right now. Nice find on that Obs ward there. Copy does have the gem, but like if they commit their BKBs and they get an Axe Call, the Storm can't die. And obviously he doesn't have the Aegis. It is on the Wind Ranger, so I don't know. It's possible, but yeah, clearly Nouns feeling like they're very much in control here as they're finally going to go knock down this tier 1 tower up top. The Meteor Hammer! Insane.
Radiant's top tower is
Well, this map just continues to shrink at the same time. You know, these tier 2 towers
middle tower.
are going to be taken away most likely with this Aegis here. 3.5 minutes of time to make Apex just feel a bit more miserable. At least, you know, they're getting a bit of a taste of their own medicine, Apex, that is. It looked really good in game number 1, where Nouns was struggling to gain a foothold. They had to play a lot defensively. At least Apex doesn't have to huddle up inside their high ground.
Radiant's top tower
They can still move around the map. They still have that freedom.
bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, they're not, like the lead's not growing like crazy or anything right now. So
Yeah.
this is good trades considering your opponents have the Aegis. They're just waiting because they want this wisdom. Gunner's gonna come back for it.
Radiant's top
Willing to drop the arena, I'm sure. I don't think that flare. No, that flare actually doesn't see Gunner.
tower. Radiant's top tower has
So he's gonna jump in here at 28. Oh, and they're doing a recall.
They're coming in. Gunner steals the wisdom. Lelis also gets the other wisdom at the same time. Fate coming in with a call onto the Mars. They're going to be focusing on Big Num, and the arena is popped and nobody's inside it. Fate BKBs teleports away. Big Num going on a good old chase here, but Storm will get what's his. His 26th galvanized stack.
That's really the giveaway, isn't it? But I mean, you got wisdom runes with Wyvern team. So, or sorry, you took the wisdom runes away from the Wyvern team rather. So that is truly painful, especially considering they're behind it as well. And now they're so split up on the side of Apex that they just can't fight. Like, the only way they get to kill is everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Like you get one or somebody just getting caught. It's just not good enough. Well, at least they burnt off a bit of time from that Aegis.
Dire's top tower is
Still
under attack.
1.5 minutes, a bit above for the Wind Ranger.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A bit of security for him. They did lose the Tormentor and the tier 2 tower in bottom. They are keeping their tier 2s up on the Radiant side of the map. At least the top tier 2 was taken. They did trade the Wisdom Rune there.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
They're actually losing a lead jerk all of this. Like, the gold is trending back towards Apex Genesis.
I'm just looking at CS, like Sammy Boy at 29 minutes, he has 400 last hits already. But he's still 4 levels smaller than the Storm Spirit. He's gonna have to use his BKB and teleport home. Meanwhile, top lane Big Num, well, he's found the enemy once again. It's the life of a clockwork now.
And, I mean, Sammy gets there. We talked about Dispels as, like, these heroes that you wanted. He's just going to straight up buy the Nullifier. Extremely strong versus the Wind Ranger. Also, actually pretty cool versus Storm Spirit because you're constantly just dispelling Overload, which takes away a lot of his damage in a team fight. But that's not really the main use for it, obviously. It's mostly just to stop the big saves. And there is a Force Staff on Fly, so that'll get removed. And, well, he already is a Keeper of the Light, and now he's going to reach it too. So isn't life just grand for old Apex Genesis here? I have to watch this happen.
Okay, yeah, we're going to fight. They've got Sammy Boy. He's going to turn around onto Gunner. Gunner does have a way to dispel himself, at least, with the Nullifier. The Nullifier and the Wind Waker there. He's out of it. It's just the silences here. Speed going to be chased by Copy, but he's rooted on the stairs of his high ground. And the roots will not connect. We'll get back to safety, but they do lose their carry Brood. 40 seconds, though, he's back up already. This death timer really isn't that long.
Yeah, no respect for not having your BKB. Still goes out there on the map and immediately punished there by now. So good jump to know that he had no defensive option there. Gunner can once again just call him old. And, put him in the grave, put him in the bed.
Yeah, put him in his place. Wyvern has the blink now. He just picked up the money for speed. Another tool now available for the team, a bit easier to execute.
Wind Ranger is such an interesting hero versus Wyvern because even though she's a position 1 hero, because she's so devoted to really only having this focus fire, it actually really helps her because the curse just, it's so whatever. Like, if you're like cursed and attacking your teammate's Wind Ranger, you're just like tickling them.
Yeah. What's up with that? Only becoming like a threat. All right, smoke up out of the base. Did they see Sam? No, they didn't see Sammy. They were in fog as they shared the smoke for the Brood Mother.
They're all grouping up
Tower is under attack.
on side now, so they know something's up. Like they're gonna see it. Hey, there's creeps like in their base, guys. New an arcane rune here for downs. Yes, please.
Yeah, Copy happy to pick that one up. Still plenty of time to connect with that smoke. Apex's smoke is running out. They are being revealed on the map. This is so good for now as they see and know everything that they need right now. Fate is going to go for the call onto the Wind Ranger. Big Num is already down. The hook shot does connect onto the Mars, so they get a bit of stunt going on there. Mars is dropping and dying inside the arena. Yuma trying to take down the Winter Wyvern. Wyvern will go down to Copy. He'll get a kill for himself, but Yuma is dropping low. Sammy, though, he's desperate for the kill, which he will not get in time. Wish is there as well. He's missing his right clicks. They finally get him out of the way, but they've already lost 3. Wish teleporting home, recognizing that this is as much as we can do right now. him being the last damage dealer. So they got a 2-for-3 trade. Sorry, 4-for-2 trade. And that was a buyback off of the clock.
Yeah, still going to be a gold lead for them. They, oh, sorry, no, it's not actually after the buyback. My bad. So it's still actually is gold and XP going away announced. Never mind.
Oh, Wish. No BKB.
Oh, buddy.
Throws in the Gleipnir onto the Storm, but that runs out at the same time with the Vortex, and he got another chain, but he's got the Remnant jump home.
Yeah, no Mars, no Wind Ranger. Follow-up studs are going to be pretty weak. Scary, but not too scary.
Yeah, it was also the Ignis lined up for Keeper next. For some weird reason, it felt like, yeah, this is such a nouns-dominated game that, yeah, Caudle probably has a Hex by now, but no.
Getting
Still
there.
support.
Getting the eggs, like you said.
Slowly but surely making progress. But is Apex making any progress here, Trent?
No. no, they're not.
Unfortunately, no.
No, it's a tough one. They, I mean, we still haven't really seen the Blink Curse value. We haven't gotten like the big one, but again, that's kind of hard to do in this lineup. Progress was getting on the map and actually finding some battle. I mean, it didn't favor them, but it also didn't like ruin them or anything. So they might get a free pick on the Lelis with this vision. Looks like they're gonna try and no,
Fate call.
What did I just follow?
He still has the Yules, but the donk fails from Fate. Doesn't matter. Kill's a kill. It's just a very long cooldown on the Culling Blade, and maybe Nouns plan on making a move here. They are nearby. 80 rune up on the Storm Spirit too. And they're hoping Roche would be up. 13 seconds, he will be. But do they just back out the moment they realize that he's not there?
I mean, the scan went red and then green, so yeah, they're just gonna go prep for the other site.
Yeah, and Roche is home now. He's gonna be the first one to come through the portal. Is Apex gonna be like, guys, they activated the portal.
Fly is trying to bring them in. He's got the Storm brought in.
Yeah. There you go. Roche is the one that's coming through this time.
Okay, Fly wants to get in there with a ward. Brings up Yuma now next. Zip
They
in.
can do
zip
here.
out.
There's the zap through the Roche pit, so a lot of vision being provided. The arena catches no one. They're all out of it. The spear out of the pit. Maybe they can take the Roche for themselves with the cheese and Aegis available. But they got the Storm at the call. But do they have the damage onto him? Here comes Yuma as well. Wish is being locked down right now. He gets his BKB up finally, but Roche is down, and the snatch from Gunner. He's got the cheese and the Aegis. And that's 2 down for Apex, maybe a third with Wish being rooted on the spot. Gunner's walking in to get another kill for himself, and they've lost no one on the side of Nouns. And Wish is 70 HP. The sliding remnant! Oh, the sliding remnant is the one that takes his life away. Come on.
That's wild. What a way to die. Nice play there from Nouns. They figured that out. Had a good fight. The zip all the way through from Copy. I mean, again, there is no sight or anything, so it's going to be relatively safe to make that play. And then the teammates there back him up even when he gets caught in behind. So that's going to be another 5K swing for them as they rally onto the high ground. While Copy is still able to just go push out bottom and then just get recalled whenever they need him.
Yeah. They're going to take a quick pause for cameras while... It is a difficult situation for Apex. Still gonna have to wait 40 seconds for the Ember, and here we have a recap of the fight. There's the zip zap through. The arena's a bit off the mark, but at the same time, they do get a bit of security to finish this Roche. Gunner just fully focused on it.
Yeah, I think it was the play. He was just trying to like box them in, I guess. It was a very funny placement. Worked out, obviously. They didn't lose anybody. They got the Aegis. He stole it, so...
Sometimes the
It's all
zoning
good for
ults
him.
are the better ults.
Exactly.
Copy, finding Axe. Quick Hex up, haste runed Axe, can't run away. A lot of gold for the Storm Spirit, who has hit level 25. Has his overload attack bounce talent being picked up. 35 stacks of galvanized, 60.5 mono regen per second.
Cool.
Just think about that number for a second.
Yeah, with Caudle. Level 26, the 21 on Wish. Insane social game here.
Yeah. Brood also locked down. Big heal save from Speed, but still the magical damage might just be too much. So 100 HP, the power shot is the one that takes him away. Bignum about to drop. Storm is out of mana and doesn't really have a way out for the time being, but that mana regen will just allow more and more ball lightning zaps. There's a nice set of chains from Wish. Oh, the curse! He tried the curse, but he got hexed up. Oh, Speed. Oh, that hurts. He was already casting it, but then he just got stuck on the spot, got hexed, and he dies right after. He has to buy back for this one. Saving the axe again is Speed. And Gunnar, well, he's just facing himself in between trouble and his teammates. And that is going to be the tap out for Apex. We are going to a game number 3 with nouns tying it up.
Bit more of the expected result here, of course. Now it's coming in here pretty heavy favorites, but Apex Genesis, they let the Storm go. They try and beat it. I like the idea of the Broodmother in a sense of like you get yourself this Orchid, you're immediately going for an item that can probably target him, I guess, right? Immediate tip comes out from Yuma to Fade. He's like, I knew you were gonna pick it. I knew you'd bring out the Enigma. Bring it on.
Enigma, that is currently sitting at a 58% win rate in the off lane. And in this particular tournament, I didn't actually look up the Enigma stats because he hasn't been played at all. This is the first Enigma of the qualifier. So, Fate, time to set the bench. Or, I mean, the benchmark. You know, whatever the word is.
Last game there, T-Panda. We got this, buddy.
We got this. Closing up on midnight here. Well, good morning to all of you NA folks out there waking up to some NA dotes.
They just woke up now at 6 p.m.
I mean, some players do. Some players do. I mean, we had a whole team miss out yesterday because they didn't wake up early enough.
It's a fair point, actually.
So, fellow night owls. Well, the 10-second. Nope, no fighting.
The battle begins.
Set up the Dolan bodyguards there on the stairs. Like, you ain't taking this bounty from us.
So bored. My feet, peasant.
Gotta appreciate that Tsunami voice line.
The which one? Oh, the Tsunami one. Yeah, I'm so bored.
Yeah, let's get over with this one already. Any peculiar starting items? I spy some wind laces and nouns.
It's a value item. The item's just broken right now. Good stuff. Yeah, both supports getting it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, extra mobility for the Treen. He's going at 336 movement speed. Plus the Shadow Demon as well. I'm sure that he can get those bubbles out, the disruptions. Support Gyrocopter having to start with flat cannon actually because of the illusions. I'm curious about that one.
He's also... Oh. That was weird.
Just looking at the map. Do I need to TP rotate already because you guys are in trouble? Because Yuma scores the first blood for nouns, taking down Fade's Enigma with the long-range raise. And this could be another one, maybe. Okay, Yuma, he's standing there and baiting there a bit for Bignum. Come on, get closer a bit, get closer a bit. I mean, I don't exactly have the mana for my full setup here.
Yeah, that is going to be an issue, though. Like, trying to keep these Eidolons alive and figure out how to play the lane. Like, I assume you just want to, like, not play it straight up for the first while. Maybe get a couple levels in the Eidolons, and then you try and bully the Shadow Fiend. And then it's going to be up to Fly to try and keep the HP up a bit, because... if they manage to connect with like a grasp and a raise, they will go down pretty quick.
Yeah, they certainly will. Like you gotta keep your distance, and also the microing them around, like keeping the pack. Well, you can't really separate the pack, but at least avoid that your hero also doesn't take the damage that the Dolans are going to be taking here.
Dire's middle tower is under
Yuma, of
attack.
course, is focusing heroes for the time being with his raises. Meanwhile, the bottom tier 1 tower is also being sieged a bit by Sammy Boy and Speed, with Gunnar and Lelis having to soak up a bit of damage under the tower. They're going to be fine. Bit of a brawl there. Level 2's coming online.
Keep an eye on this mid lane. Poppy's doing great.
Yep.
Staying pretty close to Wish. He keeps hitting these double jumps just like that. And yeah, like it's so nice. And then Zeus tries to fire back. You have the barrier. It's really cool. I think this was a nice find by the Pango players. Because obviously Zeus has just been a very problematic hero for most people. And even the
Sure
heroes
has.
that we're choosing to attack him with in the mid lane, like the Earth Spear, we saw get like solo kill 3 times. Like those aren't even good answers because they're more so designed for after the lane.
Yeah.
And you're hoping Pango can just do both.
Yeah, Zeus has definitely been a problematic hero for quite some time. Pango players have been begging for a buff for like the last 2 years. Please do something to the hero. Maybe this. I mean, the hero's win rate dropped drastically with the 7.36 patch coming out, and people were saying like this hero's no longer playable. But they quickly figured it out. Double jump is not actually that bad. There's one little thing about Apex's draft I didn't actually mention during the drafting phase because I only just understood and realized and remembered. But there's a bit of anti-synergy between 2 particular heroes. Can you guess what they are?
Would it be the Midnight Pulse?
That is one. That is one.
What's the other?
And you can see where I'm going with this.
Breaking some trees?
Breaking some Monkey King trees, yes.
Why? What's the other one?
It was just Enigma and Monkey King. It's just the
Oh,
Midnight
I
Pulse
see.
and the
Okay.
Monkey King interaction.
Oh, I think that there was another spell that did it as well.
No, no. It's just
I
an
can't
time
remember
frame.
how big it is. Is it the whole area? I guess it is.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
the entire area that destroys all the trees. So it's a. If you don't have your Monkey King elsewhere, you better just be off with an instant black hole and save your Midnight Pulse. And Malefice is a better combo later on. Now Yuma's going to get his raises off, and Bignum, he's still trying to zone out from Yuma. Kicks in one of those cogs and burns some of his mana, but it's still not going to do the difference. Bignum, one more raise and he's done for. Just a right click is all that Yuma needs. He'll take it. That's his second kill.
This was confusing me when I was first casting Shadow Fiend, but as you can see, he has 22 souls because when you get kills, it increases the max souls by 1 until you die.
Yes.
I thought was pretty cool. Took me a few
You can
games to realize
rack up
that's what
some
was happening.
ridiculous amounts of souls. Like I think I've seen like plus 30 some Shadow Fiends. I was like, okay, this guy's going places.
Well, I was like we were talking about people counterpicking for the game rather than the lane. That seems to be what's been happening here for Fade. I mean, I'm sure there's ways to win this lane and make it feel a little bit better, but so far, not so good for the Enigma.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, I think a lot of that is because of the Treant Protector. Like how well he can brawl with this clockwork, and Fade isn't getting the freedom that he wants. Yuma, of course, Shadow Fiend has overwhelming right-click damage. You'd think the Eidolons are good with the Enigma, but then you have to worry about the raises. You constantly got to worry about your positioning, and if your clockwork can't open up a play for the Enigma to start harassing, the Treant is always standing in between speed and
so
copy.
awkward. Yeah. I mean, he TP'd up here for this.
Well, there comes Spots Fly, and there's the bait has sprung. Here comes Copy. Jump in onto the clockwork. He will take down Bignum, and they're going to take this level 3 Enigma as well. He's got no chance of standing his ground here. He'll try and do a bit of damage. And here comes Wish. Can Wish clean house? He'll drop the Zeus ulti. He'll take down one. He'll look for Yuma, but he's being slowed up by the Nature's Grass. The tree drop as well, but no. Yuma, even with raindrops, is not going to be enough, and he also brings Sammy Boy, and eventually the trap that was sprung the other way around, so it backfired a bit, but it did come at the cost of rotations.
I mean, that's fine. They hit him with a big Uno reverse. Yeah, Enigma will get there eventually. That's okay. He'll find his farm. I'm not too concerned about that. These are big kills to get. We're going to take away those soul bonuses. Shadow Fiend had copies mid. Pango was sitting up there for so damn long. Now he's not in a position to come and contest the 7-minute wisdom either, which we'll often see Pango players do with their first Rolling Thunder. That one's kind of cheeky. Nothing there. The bright side is they do have a lot of stacks because they got a Shadow Fiend. And my goodness, that Shadow Demon Shadow Fiend combo, very nice. Stacks for you, because I'm good at it. Of course, Gunner, I'm sure, is going to clean up a lot of them with the Firestorm because he gets to say, hey, you put me against a Monkey King.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, they were definitely put themselves in a pretty awkward position for now, but I'm pretty sure they're going to bounce back. of what just happened. Fade, of course, starting to consider maybe the Midas route. And we've got more and more wind laces actually flowing in. Is he considering Boots of Bearing Path? I mean, looks like he's bringing in Tranquil Boots. I saw correctly on the courier.
Stack those wind laces. Nighttime with Tranquil Boots and wind lace, you're just zooming.
Yep, it's a fast boy. It's your boy Fade, not Speed. There's your ulti coming out from Yuma. Speed survives, and there's the turnaround. Sammy Boy's coming in as well. The portal is right next to the Monkey King, but he's in there for the kill first, and he's going to take the taxi service to bottom by the looks of it. Yep. Thank you for that, Gunner. Gunner's going to take the portal elsewhere. Meanwhile, Wish is being initiated on in mid, and Lelis, he's got the poison damage to take down the Zeus.
They try and dive Gunner, though. I don't know. It seems a little bit risky.
Radiant's middle tower is
It's very tempting. Is the monkey... No, Samson's not coming. He's hitting the small camp. I think if Samson goes to the twin gate, maybe you do this. But otherwise, this doesn't feel great. Now, that being said, they don't know that Yuma's really busy farming stacks right now. He pinged, I'm coming to this camp, and I'm taking it. So he's raising off in the jungle. So if they commit for Gunner, there probably won't be a whole lot of help. And he just bails.
Shadow Fiend, yeah.
Dire's
It's not,
top tower is under
not fun. Also, is that an Orb of Corrosion I spy on Gunner? It is. He's got the Gloves of Haste in his quick buy, and he's bought the Orb and the Ring. Is this the way to go? I don't think I've ever seen an Orb of Corrosion on an Underlord.
Some new tech.
This is definitely some new tech. At least he's not skipping Q like he did on Brute.
Yeah, no, definitely can't do that. Orb of Corrosion. That is really interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this. So what are our benefits here? It's the health regen, right? It's pretty cool for versus a Monkey King. That's kind of interesting.
That is strong. Get your extra early game armor item. I mean, he's got Soul Ring for +2, Orb for +3, Face for +4. That's
Gives you
+9
attack
armor,
speed.
pretty much. Yeah,
Attack
the
speed on a
attack
hero that
speeds.
gains flat damage.
I mean,
That's
if he's a
pretty cool.
part of killing, he gets nice bonuses with the Atrophy Aura. So I guess you can make it work with your right click. But then again, I'd still like to see maybe the cleave facet in that case. Oh, he's doing a solid amount of work here anyway.
Yeah, very interesting.
Zooming through the jungle there.
The lead currently just kind of oscillating back and forth a little bit here. Nothing too crazy. Wish having this Thunder God's Wrath ready to go. As that last kill mid. Setting back a little bit. Lelis gonna run right into Sammy. Has the cut, but or sorry, does not have a way to cut down rather.
Nope, portal coming in. Big Num's also coming in. How many people are they going to bring into this fight? Monkey King portals away. And actually, when he ends up on the other side, he's still being chased by Copy. They're fighting at the same time, taking down Lelis and Big Num. They roll in onto the Monkey King, but Sammy is able to be very, very nimble with that tree dance, and Copy still knows exactly where he is.
Oh!
Does not have a Quelling Blade, though, but Monkey King, he's going to be out of this one. Meanwhile, all that space creation needs into a bit of damage onto the mid tower. Quick Glyph coming out, though. Sammy giving him the tip there for Copy.
under attack.
That was a cool Thunder God's Wrath because he got the kill on the Shadow Demon, but it also just gave them some good vision there to maybe help Sammy Boy get out of that one.
Yeah, quick reaction there. Something to react to and live a bit longer.
He's gonna get his Maelstrom. He'll be doing the farming Monkey King thing. Probably get the Gleipnir. Help him get a little bit aggressive. A lot of this gonna be what can Fade do in this one though. Like he's going for the Vlads. Big bonus for a Monkey King. It's certainly an amazing item for the hero. It's gonna make his fighting a lot better. But the black holes, he's gonna have to get in there and walk up and grab that Shadow Fiend.
Yep, down to the nitty gritty. Skipping out points on Midnight Pulse completely.
Is under attack.
Usually you see a value point in it just for, you know, vision. You're trying to siege a tower with, say, Vlads with your Eidolons. You just cut down the trees and make sure nobody's TPing in there. He'll do his thing.
Rotations.
Also, Invis popped by Copy now, so he'll make his way somewhere. Looking at bottom. Speed is bodyguarding Sammy Boy here. I love how he's just hitting a creep and jumping into a tree and going back to hit again and then going back to the tree. It's like back and forth, back and forth.
Simeon Stride is something else.
Yeah.
Especially that they made it 90% instead of 100%, so you can clear a camp and then just do it again. Like that was a big buff.
Yeah, the 100% was like, yep, you're a support Monkey King now. Give us all the vision in the world.
Dire's middle
Copy. Oh, is he under a sentry? Wish
that-
is
well-
thinking about it. The Lightning Bolt did show enough with the AoE. There's a Pango lurking.
Fresh Sentry might get knocked down if they come over there, but for now, Fade, you can see, just gets the Vlads delivered and has the Blink queued up next because he wants to hit the big black hole. Yeah, take a pick off onto Fly here. Anyone else want to come and help this poor tree?
Looks like Fly's on his own for now. Here comes Speed as well. Just gonna, you know, injury to insult with that homing missile. Fade keeping up to Gunner's net worth. Might have 30 CS less, but only a couple hundred behind. Not too bad. Did not opt for the Midas route, which I was considering if you want to be the big threat for the Shadow Fiend, is literally Blink BKB through Midas. But he doesn't have to do that. He will still give a big buff, like you said, the Vlad's kind of counteracts the Orb of Corrosion if the Underlord ever gets to hit the Monkey King.
Yeah, it helps a lot. Man, look how busy the Radiant supports are, right? Like they are just farming up a lot. Every time I look at Speed, he's using Rocket Barrage in the jungle. He got Big Nim going for the battery assault right now. They are not concerned. Sammy is just pushing out bottom whenever it comes in, cleaning up these camps. Nobody feeling really pressured to move. We haven't had many big hook shots yet, as he obviously just got a mid and then killed Tree, but maybe a big fish here.
Gunner's under vision. And I think he also knows that he's under vision. Suspecting something's up.
Oh, this
Wish
looks
is here
pretty
too.
tempting.
It's a 3v1. It's a very tanky target though. There's the hook shot. Into the cogs. Dropping down the Pit of Malice that will blow him up. Drops the portal there as well to bring in some reinforcements, but Yuma was not interested in taking the portal. He's going to take it the old-fashioned way and just run to them. Meanwhile, Haste up on Wish, and here comes Yuma with Copy. I'll take down Big Num. I'll get a response for it, but losing Gunner. And they're very happy with this trade in the end.
Okay. Take it. They all get out. I mean, Fade is still just farming this whole time. And, yeah, it kind of was the question of, like, if you want to start a fight right now as Nouns, how could you? Because you have this Echo Saber Pango, so he's got nothing. He needs to get the Blink Dagger first. Or maybe, like, theoretically, with Diffusal, you can sometimes do something. But not with this build.
Yeah, this seems to be the build to go for right now. Like a lot of right-click damage with that Echo Saber on the line.
It makes sense with how they've reworked it.
Like the most popular items is still the Echo, Diffusal, Basher. Sometimes a Yasha into a Manta. Speed. Get bubbled up by Lelis into Gunner's root. Chain rooted on the spot. A lot of chance for Speed to survive here. He'll just stand his ground. Also looked like he did somewhat empty his entire bank. He went to literally zero gold.
Bignum?
Let's pick them up too. Oh, setting up for Gunner. Okay. This is... He just paved the way open for Gunner. Here's an exit route. And into the roots we go. So there goes that. It's okay. Valiant effort.
Dude, that was like 1,300 damage, though.
Commendable.
That's kind of crazy.
Not expect. I mean, this is the reason they've been farming this much. Is like they wanna take these 1v1s.
Oh, he tried to get
Copy.
Fade in there in time, but yeah.
Sammy's in trouble.
All right, Underlord ulti. Oh, he missed it.
Oh,
he missed
no.
it. He tried to knock down the tree. It was
Value
so
effort.
close. All right, the counterplay does not come into effect.
It could have connected, but then again, they're looking to turn here. The call down and the rocket connecting onto the tree and protector, but there's still the Underlord, and speed's just gone. Sammy Boy
Actually
loading up the
using Feast of
Wukongs,
Souls.
waiting to pop it here. Wish is going to be helping him from the backline. The Flares on top of the Underlord. They're going to take down Gunner. Now they're free for the taking. Fly going to get pushed inside the cog. The black hole from
Whoa!
Fade with a fresh blink. He's got 3, but they needed some damage to follow up on it, but he's going to die to the Requiem instead, and Kopi is going to dive under the tower to take down the Clockwork. Sammy just playing the observer right now, keeping an eye open on the situation, but Wish has no mana. Sammy's low on HP, and they can't do much about it. Beautiful black hole, but nothing to follow up it on.
This is the trench never ends, friends. Okay, when Arteezy blinks past a tier 3 this morning and misses hook, when your Fade Enigma blinks in for a 3-hero black hole because they're a god, but there's no damage for the rest of your team. Those are just Dota things. You'll never get away from them, folks. That's the beautiful thing about Dota. Because damn, it looks sweet, but yeah, there's just nothing doing on that one.
Yeah, it's just a pure debate right there. Like, yep,
yeah.
he did the right move, but nobody else was willing to follow him.
Thus making it the wrong move. I mean, they don't
Yeah.
use so many of their spells. Like, Yuma actually putting points into Feast of Souls, by the way. So many Shadow Fiends have been ignoring the skill completely. But I saw it just go off in that fight when he got the first kill. It's like, oh, like, actually using it.
Okay, Copy actually doesn't get his shield crash to connect because he lands on top of a cog, but doesn't matter. They will clean out Big Num. They can finish off this tower now.
Lead starting to develop here. Getting a good push on the map here with the Shadow Fiend draft.
You can't, like, when you mentioned Feast of Souls, you can't actually use this ability too many times.
No, it's purely team fights. Because you really want to be ready. I mean, then again, I guess if you actually get your max up enough, maybe it's okay to use it between camps, but it's just not going to increase up your speed that much.
Yeah. Oh, Sammy, but he's in the low ground. Doesn't see Yuma, just walked into him right there. And now there's the backup coming out. The Wukongs is out there as well, but Sammy Boy's dead. That was way too optimistic for the Monkey King to actually think he could stand his ground versus so many heroes, and of course with the Underlord right next to him. Goodbye right-click damage.
He also went like the one way that got him caught too. I feel like because he's thinking like, to safety. Like to where my team can be, to the tower, but
Yeah.
they're all just trailing behind him, so. And the Shard not going to save you on that one, so. Back and out. A huge kill for them because he is the one who's going to be winning these big team fights for them, and he wants this Gleipnir into BKB engagement to finally be the thing that kind of evens this one back out, but they lose that, and now, you know, this is a Shadow Fiend at level 16. He's going straight in there for that Roche. Easy Aegis. Drop that on Yuma. Probably has Blink and a Haste Rune, and halfway to his Aghanim Scepter. This is everything going for Nouns. This is exactly what they wanted in this draft, and now we're getting into Blink BKB territory for the Enigma. If you want to win a team fight.
Yeah, they're in a very good position here on the side of Nouns, getting all the items that they need to start to be super active around the map, and their team fight just looks a tad bit stronger. But then again, Fade, like you said, could be the great equalizer. Just need to, you know, get everybody to stack up like that's going to happen. Maybe even big.
Yeah, I mean, the cogs they're a giant vacuum. It'll definitely help.
Cause playing a Darkseer in a way.
It's serious. It is though. Like
It is?
It's crazy how much distance you can pull people in from. Ooh, Fly gets the free shard. That feels so good on Tree because that means you actually get Blink at a decent time.
A lot of money
Dream
saved.
case.
Just 200 gold short for that. And we're going to see some overgrowths. Potentially even just a Shadow Fiend waltzing in and drop that Requiem on targets that are stationary. That's the dream, right?
Yep.
They don't exactly have BKBs. They have one force step. It's on the Clockwork. Can save one hero. Yeah, okay. You can save one hero. Who it is? Who is it, Trent?
Oh wait, what happened? Oh, never. Oh my God, how did Kabi get that farmed? Holy, did he get all the gold in that last fight? I didn't even realize.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He must have gotten so much gold. Like
Rich
he was
boys.
halfway to eggs at the Roche, wasn't he? Am I crazy?
Something like that, yeah.
How does he have eggs and Oh, because he just summoned an Echo Saber.
No, now they're going to
Cool. I was
find
losing my
Sammy
mind.
Boy. Just like in Game 2, when things started to look grim, it started off by finding the Broodmother. Now they find the Monkey King first here. Cutting down the trees. That's the Fiend's Gate play.
There it is. I mean, that's the issue. I said it would happen. I said they would counterpick Monkey King, and I said he would get gated. And thus it is. Yeah, so he just doubled his Echo Saber for the eggs, and then he'll probably just reassemble it in a second. So there you go. Thus why my brain was melting, because it's a Pangolier. Sorry, guys. I don't have Echo Saber Pango quite yet into my brain Rolodex. It takes a while to build up these functions in there.
Big Num trying to go for the escape here. Copy trying to kill him before he teleports out. It's a close call. Just 200 HP remaining on Big Num. Nice 1,300 damage burst there from the Pango. Fade farming on the other side of the map. Black Hole is available. And actually gone for the idle on attack speed talent. Above 50 pure damage per second.
Radiant's top tower is under
I'm going to
attack.
say I don't like this.
I don't know. They're pretty crazy. Yeah, adds up pretty fast. The attack speed for farming and stuff, pushing out waves. How often are you using Black Hole?
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it is the way to go. Like 64% of people are picking up the idle on attack speed, but I'm not a fan. That's just my personal take.
Oh,
Overgrowth is going to be a miss, though.
That was insane.
That was the blink reveal, too.
He
Oh,
had
wow.
no vision, right? Like that was just pure instinct.
Yep, that was an instinct play. He's around here somewhere, but I'm going to get caught by that.
Gotta be pissed off, yeah. I mean, Gunner, get flared here. He's
Portal
acting
is
brave.
Drop down as well. Get their reinforcements back into this one, as well as the gyrocopter down to 700, melting inside the pit of malice. And a route to another route.
Hyping these creeps, send them to the high ground. Quick, where's the banner? If only we had Roshan's banner.
That's the one thing that we need here. They did drop the Shadow Fiend down to over half. 50 seconds with that Aegis. Will not get to pop it, but I guess they're happy they don't have to use that Aegis for that push. They'll get a chunk of damage to that tier 3. It's a start.
Yuma's BKB will be the deciding factor for sure. Like, does he get it off before the black hole? Does he get targeted during it? And just get nuked down? Obviously, they also just don't want to find the Aegis purely because their whole fight is based off of black hole, so you really want to avoid the Aegis as much as possible, so it's a good job that they cleared out these waves and will get their fight with no Aegis here.
Yeah.
And then it comes, like, with the Nimbus from Wish, they can definitely win this fight.
You definitely can. And also, like, with the Ags lined up on the Enigma, that's going to take a while to get there. But all that extra HP built on a lot of heroes, like with the Ags Black Hole, you do a very nice amount of damage. I'll say it nice. I'll make a very nice amount of damage. But it's not necessarily enough to just kill them off right off the bat, because Shadow Fiends these days, you know, they're not these 2k HP glass cannons. This guy's already got 3k built up here. Oh, Fly going in. Found Big Num. Fade's also right next to him. The Eidolons are there to help him out with the Nimbus. They got the bubble save, but the Nimbus is probably going to finish him all. The Black Hole's there as well, and it doesn't catch Yuma. And it doesn't catch Gunner either. And now it's gone. Oh, Apex. A bit optimistic there again with trying to kill off the Shadow Fiend there, but no, he's not in it. Now Copy is chasing Wish, and that's good night for Zeus. I think it's all coming apart now.
Yikes! Oh my God! I didn't even realize. That's insane on Pango.
Radiant's bottom tower.
That's crazy. Oh, that's so powerful.
80% base damage amp on your Rolling Thunder doing physical damage. Yeah, okay, get out of here.
That's crazy. 711 damage Rolling Thunders.
Sammy
He's a
Boy.
9 armor.
He's trying to get something done here. He pops his smoke Wukongs and his BKB, and they just force staff themselves out. That's really looking rough for Apex now.
Oh, guys, Pango's never leaving.
I don't think so either.
We're destined to have Pango forever in the pro scene.
No need to change. I mean, try to repair something that's not broken, right? But they just made him better. They literally just made him better. That's how I feel. Seeing that, like how quickly that Zeus that's a 2k HP Zeus. Usually a Rolling Thunder is there for disruption, and you have to use the full duration to try to get something done. But he killed him during the Rolling Thunder.
Imagine not solo killing with Rolling Thunder. Couldn't be me.
Question is it stronger than the Murata carry?
Yeah, I would say times 100.
Yes. Definitely is. Oh, Big Nub's phone just went off where he had his camera. It's unlucky. Apex trying to, you know, fight for their lives to get to the next round of the upper bracket, but they have been cursed by cameras.
That has been an issue, yeah.
I mean, I was also cursed by my camera when we were starting this whole run. It's a bit unfortunate. Pango going for Radiance. Hell, why not? Do what you want.
Kind of Radiance?
He's got a Radiance lined up on Pango. Is he for real?
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's big damage. It's total attack damage, right? On Rolling Thunder. So there you go. Big damage. A little bit of mischance. Kind of funny versus the Monkey King. Monkey King is having a not so funny time. Oh, wait, the Malice. He jumped.
King is going down yet again.
Oh, I feel better already.
Gunnar is getting his tips. He's bringing in the troops again with the Fiend's Gate. But he gets to collide. It's even better than the Recall. Recall was just one hero for the Storm Spirit. Now they're bringing in the whole team.
So I missed it. I assume he got gated again. I think he did.
It was. I think it was
stun.
close enough. Yeah, I think it was close enough. But he died in the Pit of Malice in the end. The Edge almost gets to walk away. Now Yuma's in your base, wreaking havoc. Not even bothered with the melee racks. He's just gonna focus on the next set.
Copy's just killing people, you know, has a mega kill streak now.
Kill the Rolling Thunder. And he's got his money for the Radiance too. He wants to. Pretty
Man, this
rough
Pango
ending.
went crazy. Like, the solo kills onto the Zeus, the good lane versus the Zeus, the early rotations, kind of risky, some of them, like hiding behind that tier 1 tower up top, but they all just wanted to disrupt and make space for Yuma. And I mean, he's 8-2-8. This is the Shadow Fiend draft that they were hoping for. And the Hail Mary play of the Enigma just has not paid off.
It has not.
It is still their one hope, but it's a very, 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 very small one.
Yeah, at least on the positive side, there's less buildings to defend now in the base of Apex Genesis, but you are right, like, it's really has been absent so far. The defense of Apex, the hunger, the will to win. We've only seen nouns. For the second game in a row, it feels like there's just one team on the server right now, and it is nouns. They have rendered Apex Genesis pretty much defenseless.
Yeah, such a good start, too. Coming to game 1, doing so well, but yeah, I think now's got their number at this point. Again, I don't know, kind of like Grin in our first series of the day, where they didn't win versus Shopify, but they showed some promise. So I hope that going to lower bracket helps them. And same thing here for Apex if they can't pull this one back. But you know, I might be speaking too soon because they're trying to set up one last ride. Paul Walker on the Enigma, coming in. Vin Diesel on the Monkey King. Can they do it?
Gotta be careful about who they jump on. They found the Shadow Fiend in the front. That's your call, and he dodges the stun. Unbelievable. Yuma's actually gonna get a wave out of that one.
Oh my god, you think he had mischief? He's the sneaky one. Oh, he
there's
got
the
it
portal
again!
Oh no! Sammy boy, get out of there. Gunner is really playing mind tricks on him. He's waiting at the other end of the portal. Like, when do I go in? Okay, he's channeling in now. There's Gunner.
All right,
Right.
come on, Fade.
There we go. Zeus ulti is popped. Copy rolling in. They got Yuma caught. Fade's trying to get there, but Copy's in between, and he's going to kill this Enigma before he gets even close. He drops the Black Hole. It's onto Gunner. He cannot get to the Shadow Fiend in time. Requiem comes out from Yuma. He's already disengaged with the Ogre Seal Totem, and he's coming in for round number 2 with his BKB up and running. Speed's going to take a bit of a pummeling here. Fade is down. Bignum's down. Speed is gone. And Sammy Boy's just watching from a distance. He'll get a kill. Outcast himself with the shard in, but quickly zaps out with the tree dance. 3 for 1.
Radiant are
Not the glorious game winner they are hoping for, unfortunately. But,
All of
hey,
their
Sammy Boy
smokes.
got a lot.
All of their smokes were popping, and Enigma was just scouted, and Copy knew exactly where to go. It's like, I'm following this guy. So with that, well, Sammy Boy just wanted a tier 1 tower. He'll get that tier 1 tower. But now he has to face a 1v2. A lot of shield noise is coming out from Copy. Another bubble there from Lelis with the blink in forward. Catches the Monkey King. And Sammy Boy, he will die to his own illusions.
Yeah, he was like trying to just make space, get something done, try and pull some people around, and then hopefully he can escape on a boundless strike. But like, he knows you have to make some crazy plays right now.
Yeah, you have to. Gotta try and get on the board somehow. All right, one more lane of racks to take for the Mega Creeps, or 2 more tier 4 towers. Just get everything if they want to. They've got the presence of the Dark Lord. He's just gonna march in. Holding on to that Aegis too. Push him out from the Nimbus. Here comes Copy. And there's also the Fiend's Gate. Gunner is brought in. He is that Underlord with a Basher, by the way. So it's just going to first hit bash the Gyrocopter right away. While Copy just kills off Wish. Sammy has the buyback. They're having trouble cleaning out the Necronomicon units. He's coming in with the buyback as well. Gyro does show up. They're going to give at least an attempt on Gunner. Good hook shot from Bignum. 2 heroes trapped inside. Is the Wukong's going to be enough? Fade needs 25 seconds for a black hole. Yuma stunned up, but that Aegis just doesn't evaporate from Yuma's inventory. And Wish just died back. Pango sniping the back line. Mid traded. Sammy getting a lot of money for that kill. And it's all down to just 1 melee racks right now. Fade. 6 seconds for the black hole. You can still do it, you know. You can still do it.
So much gold for Monkey King. All right. They do see him.
Is this a setup? They're waiting for it. They're waiting for the call to go in.
I mean, they have to get the Aegis first, like, surely, right? But even then, there's going to be a save, right? Like, there's Tree and there's Shadow Deep in here, so...
Too many problems for this Enigma to face. Again, it's the same setup again. Yuma's already regenerated. He's got 4,000 HP. To disseminate, giving him a nice extra. At 600 HP that Lelis can give to Shadow Fiend for free.
Bignum's thinking about it. He's trying to create some sort of a vacuum setup.
SF Daedalus now. There's the portal. Oh, they caught Fade as well. And there's the hook shot. Yuma, nice Manta dodge there at the same time. There's the stun out coming out. Fade. The bubble is there. They're still trying to get through the first life of this Shadow Fiend. Sammy Boy finding all that he has, all the strength that he can muster. And yet it's still not enough. The high ground misses, but Lelis gets the poison to kill off Speed. Speed coming in with the buyback. Still no spot for the black hole. I think at this point it's pretty much just a desperation ulti. Fade wants to go in, but Still 1 minute, 40 seconds of Aegis, and Yuma continues to regenerate. Siege has been going on for so long, but that's Mega Creeps. The final big building is out of the way. Nouns, just a couple more steps, and they're through to the winner bracket final to face off against Shopify Rebellion. Their nemesis.
We throw a couple tips his way.
Might as well.
He's just playing it like you need to. Go ahead, do what you want. I got backup here. I'm unkillable. Living armor. Shadow Demon back there. Flare does catch them for the blink saves. That might actually get them the Aegis, but no.
Oh, the hook
overseal.
shot misses because of the bubble from Lelis. And there we go. The Aegis is down.
All right, where is he?
The Feed's get at the back. Copy's in it as well. He's looking for the Enigma. Where is Fade? Fade's in front of the fountain right now. He's in the well. There's the chance to maybe jump in. The three heroes are out there. The Sammy boy's stuck in the roots. He's stuck in the roots. It's like, get me out of here. I'm stuck in a pit. This is a bottomless pit as well. And what happens in the end is there's the black hole. There's the bubble save. But what can you do? There's the bash to cancel it out. And that bash also leads Nouns to the winner bracket finals. The Ancient is destroyed and a 2-1 win. Nouns.